Amanda! Amanda! Honorable Alexander Benedict Gomez, political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Musa Sambelete, political leader of the Citizen Movement for Change, His Honor Abina M. Jane, former Associate Justice, Supreme Court of Liberia, and the Simeon Freeman, political leader of the Movement for Progressive Change, Republic of Liberia, Mosamba Titoe, former Minister of Finance, Honorable Praise Man, chairman of the Movement for Economic Empowerment Move, Senator A. Marshall Dennis, former Senator of Grand Gila County, Honorable Simeon Taylor, Senator for Grand Kidman County, Honorable Bintu Mansale, representative of Grand Kidman County, Senator Thomas Yaya Nimla, Senator of Grand Gila County, Honorable Rachel Good, chairman of the ANC, Senator Henry Yala, former Senator of Bon County, and distinguished platform dignitaries. Due to time, is top plus 5 on the protocol. We have assembled here today in the great city of Zwedru to celebrate 22 years of resilience, sacrifice, struggle, and triumph of the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change. 22 years ago, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, a product of the Liberian struggle and a son of ordinary people, organized the Congress for Democratic Change as a cogent representation of the downtrodden masses of the Liberian people. Influenced by the political activities and upheavals of the 1970s, young George Weah followed closely the progressive activism of Moja, the PPP, and other progressive movement and actors. He witnessed the 1979 riots and the subsequent violent coup d'etat of 1980, which culminated in the death of President William Aratoba Jr. and several of his government officials. Taking advantage of hindsight, President Weah, as political leader of the CDC, combined progressive activism with strategic tolerance and patience. The young CDC, under the leadership of Honorable Weah, who had demonstrated unmatched patriotism during Liberia's dark days of civil conflict, attracted broad national appeal throughout the Republic of Liberia. The CDC attracted the support of Gabriel Bartos Matthews, the father of multi-party democracy in Liberia and radical progressive activism in Liberia. Senior Comrade Gabriel Bartos Matthews saw in President Weah the same progressive fire, courage, and commitment to the masses that characterized the radical democratic struggles of the 1970s and 80s. President George Manneh Weah, who had gained international fame through sports, blended his global exposure with the rules of sport, which taught him that every game is won or lost based on strategy, planning, discipline, and tactics. The CDC organized the first major post-war political machinery and won the first round of the 2005 presidential election with more than 30% of the votes, though not enough to reach the constitutional threshold of 50% plus one vote. The runoff election was marred by allegations of irregularity. President Weah, guided by the violent history of Liberia and mindful of the fragility of peace, opted for peaceful settlement and accepted the declared victory of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Madam Sirleaf was inaugurated as the first post-war president of the Republic of Liberia. His Excellency President George Manuel Weah became the lead opposition leader of Liberia. In this position, he vitally held the key to national stability at a time when there were many schools of thought challenging the status quo. The governance challenges and failures of the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Unity Party government were enormous, and Liberia again stood on the brink of opposition, political tension, and possible instability. Yet, the CDC under President Weah endured several and political abuses, instead kept Liberia relatively stable and peaceful. The CDC again participated in the 2011 elections, and those elections were marred by allegations of rigging again, but even the National Elections Commission declared the CDC as the winner, although they said the declaration was erroneous. After the 2011 elections, President Weah took up the position of peace ambassador because the country was going through tremendous tension, and he stabilized the peace of the country, serving as peace ambassador. In 2014, Ambassador Weah contested for the Senate seat of Montserrat County and defeated the son of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Robert Sirleaf, and became senator of Montserrat County. The platform of Senator of Montserrat County allowed him to be Liberia's lead legislator at the ECOWAS Parliament, affording him the opportunity to mingle with regional leaders. This culminated into the 2017 electoral processes, which saw the CDC defeating the Unity Party resoundingly. President Weah again governed the country under the auspices of the CDC for 6 years and embarked on many developmental projects as evidence all around the country in healthcare, education, infrastructure, and rule of law. During the CDC governing process of 6 years, opposition protest was marked by police distributing food and water. And when the 2023 elections came and the CDC lost a narrow margin, His Excellency President Weah, mindful of Liberian turbulent history and mindful of the fragility of the country and mindful that every competition will have a winner. If you have a group, you must keep those differences. President Weah took the high ground, avoiding litigations of the election result, and congratulated President Joseph Newman Boakai. And the Unity Party government was inaugurated for the second time in 2024. This action on the part of President Weah was a clear demonstration of the democratic credential of the CDC in pursuit of democratic governance in Liberia for the last 22 years. Today, we have assembled here today to celebrate the resilience of the CDC, to celebrate the resilience of His Excellency President Weah, to celebrate the democratic credentials of the CDC that has catapulted it to the position of being the lead opposition in Liberia and the foremost guardians of democratic processes in the country. The defense of the CDC and the position of the CDC not to pursue the path of violence has helped to consolidate Liberian democracy and is playing a lead role in the peace and stability of the country that we enjoy today. So as we have assembled here today, it is well due. We want to remind all of our stakeholders that the CDC remains open for political participation and collaboration. We are mindful that the coalition that brought the CDC to power in 2017, some of our members left, that the NPP, the LPDP, they all left. But in 2023, we signed a new coalition agreement with several other political parties, including the Movement for Economic Empowerment, the Union of Liberian Democrats, the UPP. So the CDC coalition still remains. We still have 5 parties in the CDC coalition, and we are inviting even those who left the CDC before to come to the table and let's begin the discussion on forming a grand coalition to defeat the Unity Party that is taking the country in the wrong direction. Thank you. So as we are assembled here today, we are also elated by the presence of Liberia's most important political leaders who have assembled to grace this occasion, traveling far from Monrovia to Zwedru to witness and celebrate 22 years of resilience. Your presence here today is a testament of your faith in democracy. And our assembly here is also a testament of our faith in the democracy of our country. And we want to hear clear that attempts by the current United Party government to push Liberia to a one-party state again will be resisted with every legal political means. And we want to assure the government that Liberia will never again be a one-party state. Never will Liberia be a one-party state. The blood of 250,000 of our compatriots who were shared during the civil conflict will now lay to waste. And we will defend the democracy of this country. We will defend the peace of this country. And we can assure you, we'll meet you at the ballot box in 2029, and you'll be put out of power democratically. And you will surrender power like you did in 2018, like we did in 2024. You will surrender power because we will organize the political machinery to defeat you. And you have no option but to surrender power. And as you can see, the country is heading in the wrong direction, where Liberia is becoming a state that is trafficking drugs. And we are saddened by the fact that the government is treating the current drug situation with silence, with lack of accountability, with lack of transparency. And as we have assembled here today, we'll be calling on political leaders that are assembled here today for us to take a joint position against this narcotic situation and calling for an independent investigation of this important national disgrace that is coming to Liberia. So we want to say thank you for coming to Zwedru. Enjoy your stay. And we want to say the CDC continue to be a partner in the struggle for the consolidation of democracy in Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very kindly, Chairman Junga Augustus Cole. Put your hands together for the National Chairman of the CDC. Thank you. So, fellow Liberians, members of the press, ever since it was announced that the ANC political leader will be serving as the keynote speaker of this occasion, the regime have been jittery. And they've been asking what is Mr. Cummings going to do at CDC event. So the moment is nearing for them to get their answer. And they've also been asking what is Justice Cabinet Janet going to do to CDC program. And the time is now. And all of these political heavyweights are prepared to provide the answer that the regime have been seeking. Quite well. Are you ready? Yeah. They have even been asking what is Musa Belete and the CMC going to do at CDC occasion. Yeah. And I'm like, are you the one controlling the movement of these responsible political organizations? But again, that is the arrogance of an intolerant regime. Thank you very kindly. So at this critical juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinguished honor to welcome a statesman, to welcome a legal luminary, to welcome a son of Nimba County, former Associate Justice of the Republic of Liberia, as he provides his answer to the rescue regime. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What I had planned to do was to listen to the no address. And then since you asked me to do some reflections, then I will do some. I'm turning the table around, so I'm in a table position. Be as it may, I just wanted to make few points. The first one is that in our democracy, the most important demonstration of participation to change the way the country is run, to change the governance of the country, is done in a democratic society like ours through voting. So voting is the most critical and important factor in strengthening democracy in any country. Because through that, you can change the leadership if you so desire. Now, some of you may remember that in our country's history, one of the things the political class has done very well is to always find ways, means, through multiple ways, to exclude the majority of the Liberian people from voting. For example, in 1973, a law was passed in Liberia that says if you leave Liberia and go somewhere, though you were born here, you're a Liberian citizen, and you participated in voting in that country, or you naturalized in that country, you lose your Liberian citizenship automatically. And the other piece that is missing in our argument is that in Liberia, the law says if you are not a Liberian citizen, you cannot own property. And when I say property, I'm talking about real estate. You can't own it. You can't own it to say, this is my property, I would like to give it to Mr. Pue. No, you can't do that. That law was on our books from 1973 until 2022. It was during the presidency of Mr. George Weah, President George Weah, that law was changed to restore the citizenship and the right of vote by every Liberian once you are in. And I usually call this the legacy law left by President Weah. And you know, it is important because when you look at our country today, we have more than 500,000 Liberians who are outside Liberia. The people who call the diaspora community. More than 500,000 people. Up to the time President Weah made this new law, none of those people could vote in any election. So we reduce the opportunity for Liberian citizens like ourselves from participating in the body politic of Liberia. So I want to say a big thank you for the CDC government for that singular act. Now, today, I want to call on the ANC, all political parties here, to make it their business
Be careful.
to call on the legislature to make provisions for Liberians in the diasporan community to also be provided the opportunity to register and vote in our public election. It is their right, and the same way it is the right of each of us. And this is not a guilt. The Constitution so strict. It provides that all of them. The bottom was the old law saying once you go to America, you go to Canada, you go to Cote d'Ivoire, and you decided to become a member of the society that was taking part in their politics, then you lost that citizenship. So now that that law has been changed, my call to all of us here is to ensure working with the legislature, because it's the legislature that must provide the money to ensure that this is done. And that would be a huge step in the transformation of our country. So I will want to start and listen to Mr. Bobby and promise you that I will send a formal paper so it can be included as part of your souvenir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very kindly. Put your hands together for former Associate Justice Kabine Muhammad Janet for such a brilliant and brief remark recognizing the legacy. He said, if there is anything to remember former President George Weah for, is the restoration of the citizenship right of our compatriots that travel all of this country, the diaspora Liberian. You all remember that law in 2022, right? Thank you. So the United Party folks has also been asking, why is Honorable Simeon Freeman going to do in Zwedru? Are you ready for Honorable Simeon Freeman respond to their question? Are you ready? Benjamin Kante, are you prepared for Simeon Freeman of MPC? Are you ready for Musa Hassan Belete? Put your hands together as we call on to this podium for remark from political opposition leader, the Honorable Simeon Freeman of MPC, stand-up bearer, and of course, the political leader. Thank you very much. Y'all gotta put your hands together. The orange boys, where are you?
Zulu Whiskey, how are you? No. Are you guys hungry? Zulu Whiskey, how are you? You know, I want to speak in very simple English. You saw a representative for Senator Amara Connor on this platform speaking. You see former Associate Justice Janice speaking. It says something. If a woman was married to a man before, and she said the man was beating her, and you been talking, you were treating her so well, and she moved to you, and she married you. Now you treated her so bad, and she going back to her old husband, and being a bad man. Walker is a man, he doesn't keep his promises. Somebody told me a few months ago that their father and Walker went to school in CWA. And the father and Walker had an altercation. Several years later, almost 50 years later, this young man, Walker, has something against him because of his father. Grand Jida County, Zwedru is laid out because of Samuel Doe. But that's not the same for Foya. For Foya, the only major development is Walker drug money, $12 million house. That's the man that you made president of this country. And we are saying we're going to change that. On one day, they say, well, the opposition not united. Then CDC is having a celebration. We've come together, and the same people say, but what are they going to do there? So we will not listen to them. Each of us on this podium have a big ego. Each of us have a big heart. Each of us have a plan to develop Liberia. But everybody cannot be president at the same time. And so we are willing to bend our egos, to unite our visions, and to drive our country forward. To the young men in the Unity Party that are permitting an 83 years old Baka to make them do things that they know are against the law. There was drug that was arrested at the airport. Nobody arrested, nobody house surrounded. But former members of the opposition, former members of the past government, they have arraigned them at the court, they've dragged them to court, they've sent police to arrest them, they've done all kinds of things. I'm saying to you, when we come to power in 2029, you know, during the time of President Toba, they had government fire in Grand Jida. Those of you that are young don't know that. The prisoners from Central Prison, they used to bring them to work on the farm. Worker and Kuhn and those guys will come here to make farm for you to eat. We will not just keep them at the Central Prison. We will bring Parker here so that he can work for the first time on the farm to know what it is to work for. And I want to say to you that you are here is a good thing. That we are here is also a good thing. This morning on the radio, I said, look, we are celebrating 22 years of the CDC. To have established a political party as an individual that had no political experience, to build an institution that won election, last election, is still united, still a party, 22 years later, should be celebrated even by the Unity Party. Many of you wondering how Tubman ran this country for 30 years. Those of us that are in our 60s can tell you, when the people decided to march against Tubman, Tubman advisors said, hey, Mr. President, you have to stop that. There was a police director, there was an army chief. Tubman said, guess what? We will provide the water, we will provide the food, we'll provide a machine ban for those people. And Tubman himself went and marched with them and collected a statement for them. A Unity Party had any sense, they would have been here because this is a celebration of democracy. Thank you so much.
This is a celebration of democracy. Put your hands together for Honorable Simeon Freeman of MPC. Swaju, are you ready? Unity Party have gotten their answer. Simeon Freeman said he came here to declare that they are willing to bend their egos to unseat the Unity Party. He also said that they are here and he has come also to join in to prepare all of us that in 2029, Mr. Bwaka and Jeremiah Kuhn will be deployed in the forest to make fun of you, the masses. And they get an answer now? Yes. So you have called Bwaka and tell you, Simon from finish saying the music here. The men are calling one of Brother K eating it. Let's put your hands together as we now welcome the political leader of the Citizen Movement for Change, Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, the Yellow Boys of CMC. Thank you.
Good evening, Zulu Whiskey. Let me say, I just came to escort Simon Freeman. So the mission is all, we're on the same mission. I want to thank the CDC for inviting us. I also want to thank our political leaders, Honorable Cummings, Honorable Freeman, Justice Janet. But I want to talk about opposition unity. I want to talk about opposition unity from the flip side. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as Liberian politics is concerned, every time the opposition went together to unite, it never worked. There are a lot of reasons it never worked. If you put opposition together for the purpose of grabbing power, that is not opposition unity. That is a power grab. We cannot unite based on power grab. This time around, the unification of the opposition must be based around a guiding principle that a new Liberia will emerge and a leadership will emerge that will be based on the quality of the individuals and the quality of the ideas. What makes that important is that human beings can always disagree. But if you want to put opposition together and you didn't agree from the beginning, how you will run the country? How you will put competent people in office? How you will have a roadmap to develop the country? And then when you take power now, you start fighting over power. To avoid that, you the Liberian people, stop pushing us, come together, and not working like that. Ask us, what is the idea we are coming together around? Let us produce that idea first. Let us see whether it is the CDC idea we're coming around, whether it is Mr. Cummings' idea we are coming around, or whether it is the CMC or the MPC idea, or whether we're taking piece of all the ideas and put it together. Okay? For the CMC, we support 100% opposition unity. We stand for it today. We stand for it tomorrow. All we ask our colleagues in the opposition is that let us develop a guiding principle. Let us develop a guiding principle. Let us start taking all kind of nyama people and put them in the House of Representatives and Senate. Let us define and refine who becomes our representatives. You cannot say you want opposition to unite, then you have the same problem. Let us sit down and think back why we are here today, so that we make sure when we take power, we don't make that mistake again. If we fail to review our past, if we fail to review our stewardship, we will repeat the same mistake. We were right here the other day. The opposition said, John Weah must take power. Unity Party must rest. And so, it happened. John Weah was in power 90 days after John Weah took power. He said, no, we don't want John Weah. And so, 6-year campaign took place. And the first time in Liberian history where campaign took place for 6 years. Opposition sat and said nothing about what kind of principle we are going to run the country with. We keep 2020, and clearly under the leadership of ABC, the opposition was in charge of that Senate election. We broke the rules. We allowed the opposition to be split apart. We took away the best people that would have turned this country around. And here we are today. For CMC, that mistake that was made in 2023, CMC will never be a part of any such mistake. We will never ever join in opposition simply because we want to remove power. These people that are in power, For me, I'm not worried about them because their time finished. What I'm worried about is why are we replacing their way? What quality of leadership? Who is going to represent Grand Chile? Who is going to represent Maryland? Who is the representative here that can stand up and tell the president, we cannot do a senator that can tell the president, the person you appointed as minister is not qualified. So send the person back. If you are ready, and we'll give credit to the CDC. Today, you are the doyen of the opposition. The onus is on you. We are prepared to work together. It has to be on a slate of respectability. It has to be on a slate of the guiding principle. And it has to be on a slate, not on power grab, but for once and forever to put Liberia on a new road map. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Kante Oye. Mr. Walker has got his message. Tell Mr. Walker, Mr. Benedict said he has come to speak about opposition unity in a different realm. Not an opposition unity that will produce a president that will ignore a Supreme Court ruling for his own personal aggrandizement. An opposition unity that will put Liberia first. Gentile, are you ready?
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Whatever you're watching from, we say welcome. And this is how we would like to welcome you to another edition of the Night Day Exchange. That was a fun video, wasn't it? A lot of actors telling us about Liberia to the new, I guess, to the promised land. Okay. Talk is cheap. Your actions is what we look at now. Liberians, well, first of all, share the show, please. Please share the show and come back. Let's talk about the good, bad, and ugly of Liberia. Every day, something new, you know. But thank God among the bad, there are a lot of good news that are happening every day, even though you don't hear about it because they don't want you to hear about it. They want you to feel like the country is falling. While we come here and say, yeah, we are not perfect yet. We are not there yet, but it's better than what it was yesterday. And there's hope, right? With that, you know that something's changing, something moving in the right direction. Is it perfect? No, but something's moving, right? You can always perfect it on the way. It's not like yesterday. At least even if it changed like an inch different, that's progress being made. And that's why we are excited. And though we still hope and pray for the mistakes that are being made to be corrected, and we talk about it, and we hope that the government, we have time to change those things and do so. But we also hope and pray that they continue on the right directions that they are on and not get distracted. Like the president has said several times, and he was misquoted for using Proverbs to say it in a way a wise person or older person in our society knows how to say it best, right? So today CDC had a 22 years anniversary. The venue, the location is very interesting, people, and I want you to keep an eye on that because that's what we're going to talk about today. And I can't wait for George to come in and tell us about why they chose Zulu Whiskey to make this grand occasion, as they call it, to take this grand occasion too. So I have my own thoughts on that, but George may come in and tell us something different because he's a CDC spokesperson here, so he might have an insight on why they chose this they chose this venue or this location to have this anniversary, even though they have been in existence for 22 years. And this has been one of their strongholds in the country. Every year of the existence of CDC, the Grangidian, Zulu Whiskians, whatever they call themselves, or we call them, that means I say they call themselves, we call them Fonawologisi. They have always voted for CDC, right? But today, when they're in opposition, that's when they remember to take their anniversary to this location. So I'm not going to be too hard on them for that. I'll bring on George. George is in the back. George will tell us more, and then we can go from there to George, are you looking at fresh and new money? So where you coming from?
Oh yeah. Look, yeah, the celebration got me this way. So yeah, it was an interesting.
I was just about to say that anniversary got you. You got a new haircut.
Got me jobo.
And you guys got a bad hair, dead hair. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. Look,
so it's here to tell us their anniversary. There has so many oppositions leaders that were in attendance. So we're here to ask George, why, George? Congratulations, by the way, on your 22 years anniversary. And like I was telling the people, we just wanted to know, or I just want to know, and I'm pretty sure some of the people wanted to know, why did George choose this location? First of all, tell us what's in your mind, and you can go from there.
Look, thank you, Amy. Thank you for bringing me on, and thank you for the show, and thank you to our listeners. So, listeners, please share the show. We want to reach as many as people to hear, what we have to offer, and people reactions as well. So, Amy, I'm really happy, and CDC is a trailblazer. I think if you stay around the political sphere in Liberia, political arena, you realize that CDC are always done the unthinkable. CDC are already started things. People follow. CDC is building a headquarters. Guess who's building a headquarters too? Okay, sorry. I thought you knew, but you don't know yet. Yeah, CDC, yeah, building a headquarters as well. Yeah, the UP, they started now. CDC, UP, they started to build a headquarters. So, they have not started building, but they will follow. They have never had a headquarters. They never had a headquarters before CDC. No, when I say building a headquarters, is building from scratch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they bought without a Liberian pool money. They bought a headquarters because when they're not in power, they drove them from their headquarters because they couldn't pay rent. But now, guess how much they couldn't pay? 60,000. But now they bought the place. They bought almost $120,000. That's what they pay. So think about it. Just close your eyes, Liberians. The people that were not in power, they could not maintain a building. They had to kick them out because they never had rent to pay. As soon as we gave them power, in less than 3 years, they bought a headquarters, 120,000. Let that sink in. But look, I don't want to go that much, but I want to deal with the happenings in my party, CDC. I want to congratulate my fellow compatriots, who graced the occasion. I wasn't there, but I'm sure I was there in spirit. I really admire, those who attended, who left their business schedules to go there. A strong man like Musa Hassan Belete. Mr. Kabina Janet was the most interesting person I've seen there because this government used him to come to power. So it was wrong for them to. But people who these things happen, they know the truth. That's what I like. Some people who say, "Look, man, you are my friend, but if you do something bad, I would discipline you for Liberia." Cabinet Jana has shown to people that politics is politics, but what happened, he knew that, it's what happened. You know what I mean? The charges, whether they were wrong or right, today will tell you, today is your answer. To be that he doesn't hold anything against the CDC. He was there, he gave speech as well. I just listened to the speech here because usually I'm asleep when things are happening in Liberia. So he gave speech as well. I think it was a wonderful thing. The reason we chose Zulu Whiskey, the Putu Mountain Boys, is that it's almost like a central point, or it's a starting point to the southeast, because Nimba, I think, is central. So Zulu Whiskey, Zweju, it's called Zulu Whiskey. It is a central point, and it's one of the very important historical place in our country. That's where the first indigenous president was born, Mr. President Simon Kanyando, the late. So we converged on the city, which of course brought life to that other part of Liberia. People celebrated. There was a lot of chanting in the city. People were happy, merrymaking. And guess what? Nothing, no single thing happened to say there was fighting amongst even the people that went, or they were fighting between this. Nothing. It was a peaceful event. That tells you that CDC is not just for George Weah. CDC is a movement. CDC is a people's, organization that has come to Liberia to unite people from different backgrounds. You saw Musa Belete, who is a wealthy man, sitting there. You see poor people also are there. You see middle class people are there. And it was a beautiful program. I say beautiful, So I just want to thank the people of Liberia, the people of Zulu Whiskey, and the whole of Grand G for all those, because I was on the phone. I heard that people were coming from villages. Some people didn't have cards. Some people had to walk days to come from the villages to come to attend the program. Yeah, so it was a wonderful one, and I just want to say hats off. I get hat on my head. Hats off to our people who grace the occasion. And CDC is officially 22 years old in Liberia, and we can count our existence to the unwavering support of the Liberian people. 22 years, and we already tasted power, lost power, which is a good thing. It's all about a political surgeon. So we have a very good history in Liberia, and I want to hope that and pray that CDC will continue to do good in that country, and the Liberian people's lives will be changed through the struggle of the CDC. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, George. So, first of all, let's correct some things here. The party, George told us to close our eyes and watch. They were out of power. They couldn't buy headquarters. They couldn't buy headquarters. It's just common sense, George. If you don't have a job, you don't do anything. When you get a job, you're getting paid, you can buy stuff. So all of them, they are all working out. They can afford to pay their dues. So I think that's just an ABC thing that anybody would know, that if you don't have a job, you don't pay the bills. You get a job, you pay the bills. That's what that is. It doesn't mean that if there's a record there that is took the money from the cookers, then we can discuss that. But for now, we know that their salary, they can afford it. All of them, they are in high power positions, which they can afford to do so. So we cannot assume that because they would never had a job and then they get it now. So, but I mean, I guess it's politics. Some people say that.
Yeah, just to say something to that, Amy, if you're done, I want to say something to that.
So, go ahead.
And that's the difference, Amy. The CDC is not in power. We are building a headquarters, skyscraper. That's the difference. That even in opposition, we are strong. We know that we can mobilize resources to do it. But I know when the UP was in opposition, all the money they were collecting that to send Boaka to hospital. And because of that, they could not even pay their rent. But we are in opposition, we can collect money. Everybody can contribute, and we can build our headquarters. I'm going to Liberia. The day I get there, I'm carrying 100 bags of cement with some money to that party headquarters because
Okay,
we
so
have to have a place to call home. Thank you.
so with that being said, too, you were in power. You had a place that you were not paying the bills. So now
We were paying the bills. We're paying the bills, and that's a lie people carry around.
Let other people talk to now.
No,
So
but Amy, you cannot. Okay, when you finish, I'll correct the lies.
Yeah, this is what. So you are not paying the bills. It was there, and the owners of that place were took you to court, and because you guys were in power and you had to run away from the country and all of that, and you guys think you're paying bills. Now, after you left power, there are so many charges coming against your officials that they stole money. So who knows? That could you say that to that? Oh yeah, you have money now, and that's why you're doing all of those things that you're doing because you stole money. Can we say that also? And we can say that the other people who left power, they didn't steal money. That's why they never had it to do it. But now that they're working, they can do so with their salaries. So that, I mean, you can say it in both ways. If you want to put that argument on the table, you can say it both ways. Okay. But anyways, let's focus on your Zulu Whiskey Party today.
Yeah. So let me say something to that, Amy.
So,
one of the things when I started my statement, I did not say the UP stole money. I did not say because the Empower, so they stole money to build. I did not say that. And that's the difference between the two of us, or the CDC and the United Party. We're not in the business of accusing people. I did not say anybody stole money. You come here talking about people steal money. The people that steal money, you have not convicted anybody that stole money. But let me tell you how it happened. When we were in power, we had a party headquarters. And our party headquarters, it was being fought over by two families. We did not know who to pay to. We paid to the other group, and other people say they want the money too. So they quote to us, don't pay money to anybody. Listen, let me finish with it, because the lies people, this is the lies, this is the lie people carry around, and people believe it.
For you to lie to us too, but go ahead.
These are the lies people carry around, and it's a bad thing, because people cannot always do it in misinformation, disinformation, and lies. You have to be at least truthful to the discourse. Nobody will live in somebody's house and they say they ain't paying no rent and the person will be there. We pay, and then there was a fight over the land. And they quote to us, don't pay to anybody until the fight can be over.
Somebody's house for free because they are fighting.
You see how when you were talking, I kept quiet. But since when I start talking, you want to talk. No, you don't have to ask me a question. No, Amy, when I finish, you can ask a question, but you will take me off my. Okay, all right, okay, go ahead. Y'all go ahead with the show. Y'all go ahead with the show. I'll be in it.
Oh my God, here we go again with a temper tantrum. Okay, go ahead. How you doing, Formula? You want a lot of giving you a question, Jack? Easy question. Go put it in your answer there. Getting a temper tantrum. Go ahead, Formula. How are you doing?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a little struggle with my computer coming on. Yeah, because I don't know, somebody was playing with my computer and they touched something. And I think yeah.
But like you there, Jesus coming down now.
I know. So I'm trying to adjust the thing here, get it. Yeah, so you can just focus on my face. Okay. I think that should be okay, right?
Yeah, it's a bit out of the way.
Yeah. All right. That should be fine.
So we were talking about Grand G that party, and then George brought up a party headquarters and how people didn't be party headquarters. But when he bring out these things, he doesn't like to be challenged, doesn't like to be questioned, and then he gets in his feelings and get a temper tantrum and storm off the show. But anyway, welcome. And we were talking about, like I said, the CDC party today, and I was also talking about the venue where they chose to have this party. Is it a coincidence? 22 years of existence, and this is their stronghold, one of their stronghold in the Southeast. All of the 22 years, every election, this city or county has voted for them in their numbers, and nothing has been done on that side of the town or country. All of a sudden, President Barker comes to power, doing everything going on that side, carrying development, doing everything on that side. All of a sudden, oh, we love Zulu whiskey. Well, let's take the party there. Oh, hallelujah. Do you think this is a coincidence, or I mean, what? Just give me a thought. Why do you think they chose this place to have, of all of the anniversary today, they had it in Grange in Swedru?
Thank you very much, Amy. You know, there were a lot of things that play out today. There were a lot of things. And from the inception of this entire anniversary, the CDC are always thought about, projecting strength and showing that they still have the appeal of the masses. And what we witnessed today was just a little tip of what a cataclysmic combustion of this entire shenanigans these citizens are running around with. That the Southeast, most especially Grand Gilet, Sino, and all of the other area in the Southeastern still overwhelmingly support the CDC and Josh Weir. With everything that is happening now, that President Bouaka, for the first time in the history of Grand Gilet in the Southeastern, for a sitting president that is not even from that region, to include them into the developmental process.
As he should.
As a father of a nation should. The man who has given them a beacon light of hope. That women, the same women who said our coastal fish and tea used to get rotten, chicken feed will get rotten. 7 days, 2 weeks on our road before reaching to them. For us to sit again and think that those people are naive or they are cursed, because for you to really look at people who entrusted you after you have not done anything for them, then remember this, that since 2004, since the formation of CDC, the CDC as a political institution did little or nothing for the people of the Southeastern, most especially Grand Gilet, River and Sino. With all of the accolades that President Weir accumulated, there was not one single thing he can point to. He said, all of while I was playing, before I even came to politics, this is what I did for these people. He cannot point to a single thing. CDC as an opposition cannot point to a singular project that all of the grassroots political party chest beating that they're doing. They cannot point to a singular thing in opposition that they did over there. But the people overwhelmingly love Josh Weir because Samido told them, most especially, let me be specific, the Grenadian, that Josh Weir was one of them, their son. He promoted Josh Weir and he supported him because he saw that there was a future in this boy. And what was the reciprocation? Abandonment. The people couldn't have access to basic, things that they can say, oh yes, a president was made from this region. So today, I am not flabbergasted by few renegades returning home, calling themselves opposition. Who are the opposition? What is the difference between CMC and CDC? It's just an M in the middle. The M that is there is Musa. So what is the difference between ANC and CDC? Now, Alexander. So which one is doing over there? So I don't really see anything over there. Cabinet Jana is a sedition in extension because he wanted to go, because he wanted to take a holla. They can't, baby. So Cabinet Jana is not. We're not surprised about Cabinet.
Yeah, that was another thing that surprised me to me too. Seeing Mr. Jana.
Listen, Amy.
What was that about?
We are not going to beat any unnecessary drum right now because if we elevate, the reason why I did not even speak too much on the issue because this is what they want us to do, to elevate the debate for them. That's what they want us to do. We elevate the debate for them. We discuss it so it can trend, so people can see and say, oh yes, they still get voice, they still get appeal. This is what they want us to do. But who will look at a convey? That's why we continue to ask, who are those people that President we are saying he's coming back with? Who are they? Samuel Tue, criminal, an indicted criminal. And that's the reason why sometimes my bitterness is just coming with some elements in our regime that are still going too soft. If there's one thing I've ever agreed with Costa, is the fact that he proclaimed that the justice minister is too soft and too white collar to be in a rescue government. We needed a radical justice minister, but now he had dragged all the criminals to court. Not even going to go Western in that court, drag all of them to prison. They tell you all the Mickey Mouse men who running around, making noise around, there'll be no more noise in that country.
Would that be the right thing to do? Wouldn't that be like being a dictating?
There's nothing dictatorial in that.
Don't you
think Mr. Tue not proclaim or they not made it clear in the court that he authorized the disbursement of $6 million, didn't he?
He did.
Okay. So
he admitted to everything. But
why must we go and waste time and go bring hungry boys there and sedition and to make them draw to come here and can't go tell a different story? That Kakaboo story, that story they gave me over there, I can't waste your taxpayer money again. That particular thing is from the meaning that Samuel Tue agreed and there was evidence that he the one authorized that the money should be taken. And then we asked the security apparatus who came back on the scene back and said, oh, we know of no security threat. There are no national security operation that we know about. We did not see the money. We did not know about the money. These people who were on the Security Council came before the court and they said that, why are we still wasting time to ask Juan and to tell us any story?
Because that's the court process, I guess.
Yes. And that's the reason why Samuel Tue is writing all the pamphlets on Facebook. Samuel Tue is writing all the letter and say he sent it to EU and send it to all the people there. We gave him Samuel Tue the privilege to print teacher and be passing around here to say he's not guilty and he's witch hunted. All that story, then we the one made Samuel Tue to get that explanation. There was no explanation in that. Samuel Tue is already guilty. And even before he indicted him up. Then we'll go to Fina Bono, they carrying prayer band, carrying Zogo. Then who imagine somebody saying, they asked the lady, is Fina from your church? He said, no, we're from the same party. Why are you here giving God hard time? Who brought you here? So these people get trying to circumvent the law. Fina took her daughter and found a fake company called Anita Group of Company. Going to the finance ministry, say, telling the government that you owe me money, collecting money from the government for services that she did not render. What millions of dollars Then she go take chicken chin and share on few hungry, confused, delusional people. They go lay down over there in the court. They go overcrowd the court and thinking that they can circumvent the law. That's the reason why I say the justice minister is soft. That particular case, but now there's no way here and there. Fina will be beyond bar. Samuel will be beyond bar. All the criminals, the Janga code, and all of them who sign on, and what the other guy said, Samuel will call in there. All of them will be beyond bar. Then today you will not see no nurse in our country. One nurse would not be in our country. So I mean, today they went over there. God said they carry other buses. You know what made me happy? You know, my happiness came from the fact that in 2023, we all saw that, the Liberian people saw that, that the president then, former president, his minister for roads and for public works, road motorbike on our road, and she was stuck in the mud over there. She couldn't. George Weah himself went. Who was testing the soil with foot? George Weah, the video there. He said the other side her. He got down and he saw the road.
Before you step on it high,
Yeah.
he was thinking it.
Because he saw that there was nothing. How many people then for his government came from that southeastern? With the lesson they're doing the campaign time, a government that was dominated by southeasterner, and George Weah could not. None of them could show anything to face a road that President Baka, a man who knew nothing about it over there, and he came, he told you, I said there'll be no car that'll be stuck where in the first 100 days. And you saw that today they're running there going. Right. How many buses they carry? How many buses?
A lot of people with them.
They carry all the people with them, but still, it was only the people they carry are the people who show up.
Yeah, so
and then they came out with fake story. They were lying on the vice president. The vice president, Zoe Penno, the superintendent, was trying to, throughout that program, honor that program. What did the vice president get to do with going over there?
Yeah, I was looking for excuses, but I was about to ask that too. They're Grangeans, right? I mean, a lot of them, like we said, our people's minds are being renewed. They are part of that too. Yeah, the Grangean loves you for, like you previously said, Samuel Doe, right? But this man was going, like President Bwaka was going, having kind of like a memorial to lay him to rest in his wedger. Just how do you think, right? Formula that anybody who thought that they love George Weah because of Samuel Doe, seeing that whole program, regardless of whatever you have against President Bwaka, which politics not supposed to be enemy shit, right? You get flubbed, you get flunked. You out of there. You say you coming back, work hard at it, right? It's not something, and this person is doing the national program. You as a former president of the country, and not just former president, but this Samuel Doe president, your proximity to with that person, their family at the time when he was alive. Wouldn't that be something that you would be the number one person, would even go to Grange there and sleep there waiting for that body, or the memorial or the casket, whatever, to get there, him and his late wife, right? So for that occasion, for it to meet you there. But that did not happen. So with the Grangeans seeing all of these things, do they still believe that, or they just have their own personal love for George Weah, or they still believe that it's because of the late president though?
Well, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of tribal bigots over there. There are a lot of people over there who encapsulated that whole brain in the saying that your own are your own.
Even if the owner is not doing anything.
But with now, Amy, President Boubacar did nothing bad against those people. If you even call them and ask them what the main reason why you're supporting George Weah, they give you nothing tangible. This man sat on the COS now for George Weah, Eugene Nangbe. 5 reasons why George Weah should come back. Did he give you even one? No.
He was all over the place.
Because they just don't know what exactly. Why? And President Weah have already said it to the Liberian people. The people brought me because they wanted something. So what else again? These are the same people. These are the same people again.
These people brought me.
Eugene Nangbe said it. George Weah is not the one going to be on the ballot. They're going to be Bill Tuare, Nathaniel McGill, Samuel Tue. They just use the George Weah face, or they can use your face so when we get there, we'll eat and get your own. That's exactly it. So with all of the time they gave George Weah, the Liberian people, they're more for George Weah than he.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I think.
So you're looking at that, a man who squandered his resources. Like my uncle wrote in one of his articles. He said George Weah uses his leg to amass wealth and uses his head to scatter them. He wrote when Samuel Tue and he and Samuel Tue had an argument and they were writing piece to piece. He said in one of his writing, I still remember, he said George Weah was bank robbed because he had already used bulk of his money buying houses all over for women. The late George Solo said it. George Weah came back not as a rich retired footballer,
no,
but a poor, wretched, dark fingernails zombie.
What this got to do with?
He already came in a very, somebody who was traumatized that he gone to Europe and play and he came back nothing. All he can say, oh, he gets on a car that was looted during the war in Labrador. George Weah, that refurbished home that he broke down, the other one in the rehab community, the one in Nash Street. He couldn't even rebuild those places, even furnish them when you were even senator. That because they gave him the presidency, the money started flying through the window at the final ministry. Samuel Tue were looting.
Well, nobody will get you in the breeze.
Samuel Tue were looting on an industrial scale.
Oh, Lord.
But if the Grenadians, listen, I mean, the smart game that the Sedition played, the team they were all so smart, was to land on buses and take some people and carry them with them. But if you go fully where if you extract those people that they carry with them from the people who the original Grenadians who were on ground who attended that program, when you know that program was a failed program. The people that are not stupid, but you just watch the show and see. Before 2029, President Boubacar in the Ministry of Finance, that one that Samuel Tue passed and saying he's son. Gafan already told you, say once you minister, you're son.
Gafan is still signing road deals. Yeah. Do you know that? So
yeah. Once you minister about your son.
Yeah, he said he signed all the deals. Even
once you find out minister, your son.
After President Boubacar, he signed all
there are things that you have to, there are certain commitment you have to do on your part before those donors before the African Development Bank, before the World Bank can even commit that money. Are you financing your debt?
Right thing you're doing?
Are you financing your debt? When you paying your debt? No. You were all over there jumping in donor money. They have the right and complete to put that money back. We know what happened. The Liberian people know. But let me tell you something. This is the how you can even call it. This is the entire thing, the entire scheme they want to create now. I was surprised today that the former president had a verbal diarrhea. He sat way in America. Someone wrote something for him, and he's saying that they're calling Liberia a narco state. Are you serious?
Can you imagine?
The audacity.
But even the chairman today had the audacity to say that Liberia is now the transit and transfer drugs. I'm like, huh?
Amy, those guys there, I don't know where those guys there they are. Those guys there, they can drink upside down or they can sleep in a tree with their hair on the ground. I don't know. Because somebody who got their brain flip-flopping guy when you flipping a pancake. I had a minute can behave. Some rational human being cannot even tell you that. You that just less than 2 years ago that your passport was in the hands of drug dealer. You that just a few years ago 100 million plus worth of drugs were confiscated with 250,000. 250,000 were found with the guys there.
Disappear.
And then 9 of them were arrested, taking the court and the money. The judge asked them, Blamon Nelson asked them, where is the money? And nobody. What did the justice minister say? The money was used for a song and security operation. That you don't want to come and lecture us. The one that was permeating the corridor of Liberia. That you could see the proliferation of zombies.
Yeah.
People freezing on the street.
Ghettos everywhere.
Today, didn't you listen to the U.S. Chargé Affairs? Didn't you listen to the guy applauding the DEA during the graduation ceremony? Didn't you? The Liberian people are not dumb. They know. So I guess see some group of desperate politicians. Imagine Zana Kumi. Mr. Kumi, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for the short man. When Shakespeare said men have lost their reason, that's some of the men in there. Mr. Kumi is they have lost their reason. For you to go as a political institution, they give you an eval. The men go work on you. Even though the general asked you and you said it right there, thank God today, for the first time for you to talk through your whole life, the general asked you how was the rule. There was no way for you to laugh because your shoe was shining on your feet. The camera went straight to your shoe.
Really?
There was no way for you to laugh. The minute flip the camera from down for to carry to your face because they started the camera from down for a shoe to bring it up.
Is that how they roll?
How was the rule? Because he reached in record time. Because he slept. Imagine he went to Musa Bede in Nima.
Yeah.
In record time, he was already in Grand Gile. It never happened during CDC 6 years. It never happened. So they all went to they carried I know somebody just went water to drink and funny kid, woman nice. With the little girls and I went, and you know. Yeah, they said because I listened to some sources that they all the pharmacy they went out of condom. There were no condom in the whole Grand Gile. If we telling you that the guys in there get went over there to marry Mick and enjoy their little take themselves away from the stress of Maserado and get carried themselves over there to go enjoy. With some of those miserable girls that went along with them. We know exactly. So you think that thing that Simon Freeman were talking that something when we were discussing political figure in that country, that Simon Freeman then will call. Has Simon Freeman all the time been contesting like during election? Has Simon Freeman ever accumulated 1%? Simon Freeman have now reached 1%. since Simon Freeman started his political career, you cannot even boast a 3,500 strong membership. Now, Simon Freeman will come tell you the man Arab will go say will take President Baga Jabba Kuno go be fan in Grand Direct County. You're making fun, he said.
Yeah, they have farms.
Yeah, you're making fun, he said. So I got lazy today, and I got laughed today. Musa Belede tried to play smart.
Yeah.
He tried to play smart.
He's got to play safe. I noticed it, yeah.
So he said, let us forget about all the, opposition, unity, and thing. Let us forget about the whole opposition. Yeah. Musa Belede, artist, the man know exactly. He know that particular thing. There is no way. And that's what rattle. So he say, if a cover, he'll be the cardboard. He will be the cardboard just so that he can unsee the Unity Party. I got laugh at him. I say, you don't even know what you own. That 1%.
He said that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. He said he.
Oh, so that means the whole rumors about him being vice president of George.
Out of desperation. Mr. Kumi said for nothing. Amy, that messed him for nothing. Mr. Kumi had never kept his word. You know how many times Mr. Kumi told the Liberian people that he stayed with the opposition, that when the opposition goes to the second round, he will support the opposition. How many times Mr. Kumi said that? I sent you a video.
Disappointed when he.
I sent you a video. What did Musa Belede say?
He broke
Musa Belede, another man, he said when Mr. Kumi now win the election, help him growing a pan. And you not take a seat. You resign. You not take a seat.
None of them.
For him to even put Mr. Kumi on a campaign t-shirt, say, ask him whether he put Mr. Kumi on a campaign t-shirt. All that thing you're talking. So, all of many you see over there, so these are all the group are called reckless political fortune hustlers. So we are not surprised. President Baga continued to focus on doing what he was charged to do. The expansion of the Gabriel Tucker Bridge.
Yeah, it's by the beginning.
And making sure they appeal to the Japanese government that they our freeway, give us a quality road over there with a well-organized drainage system. They're going to do the extension from that same Freeport straight to Valtown. No more water saying that on road again. And then, in addition to that, they're going to do an expansion to the bridge because they don't want that bridge has been over there for years and it's so narrow and too much traffic over there. Yeah. So they're going to make an extension so at least you can have 2 cars going, 2 cars coming.
That's wise.
A president who is developmental oriented. He tells you like hypocrisy. Yes, the difficulty is in Liberia, and I'm in Liberia. Have you seen the Nigerian crying? It's all over. It's global. But here's the problem: the foreign ministry and the executive set up a comprehensive plan. This is what Liberians know. We cannot get employed, we cannot get jobs in industry without energy.
And roads.
We cannot have a sustainable industrialized country without energy. Why are we not thinking that the president in his wisdom have a very good plan for Liberia? You know what I mean? For the president to say all of the compact
go toward energy and road.
Go toward energy. For the compact, not to say, oh, we're going to take them to carry to health, we're going to take them to carry to agriculture, but he say energy. Today, all the water fighting in the Middle East are for what? Energy. The oil. The petrol dollars. The dominance of the petrol dollars. Why you think there's no way that the Russians can be kicked out because they are energy superpower. So it is not easy for you to have a discussion around energy without involving everybody. So for Liberia to reach to the peak, for Liberia to live like good life, we have to invest in energy. That's why you see for 4 years the second turbines at the hydro had just been finally refurbished, and the hydro had gone back to 88 megawatts. Just we are sat there. That turbine shut down. They did not fix it. They did nothing about it.
Yeah.
President Braga brought it back. In addition to that, they added 20 megawatts for the clean energy solar farm. Are we talking about the hydro, the mini hydro in Lofa? And the other one in Sino? Are we talking about that? You see the decentralization of the energy.
That is very important.
So we cannot sustain. You know how many clinics now giving the Liberia renewable energy? You know how many clinics now benefiting for small solar farm now? For many clinics now in the southeast, they get light now, solar light. They're not using full light. They're not using Jaco light again for delivery. You saw the people celebrating. Then that one you see the Liberia blank. You see the road connectivity that is going on now.
Rose.
Amy, we will open the country will open. Electricity will come, because the goal of President Braga is we want to minimize our reliance on foreign energy coming from the CIG land. If we increase, in fact, they increasing the hydro again, because the EU have just approved another one that is going to increase the hydro again by another, I think 20 or 10 or 30 megawatts to take our total to 150. Because they said, according to the study, they are listening to the finance, the information minister, Liberia need at least 435 megawatts of energy
for the whole
sustainable
country.
Energy for the whole country to really be light, for the whole country to be light up. Yeah, light up, for the whole country to be light up, and to sustain us with any industry that comes to our country. They will not have to worry about energy, because all the industry who want to come, they are asking, what is the sustainability of the energy?
Yeah.
So if we don't get all that, no job, all the one will be doing what we're going to be wasting our time. If there's no energy security, there's nothing.
So this is why family people get it wrong. But they say they came to rescue. They say they wanted to come to that. But if when you get jobs, how can the people, when they say that we are coming to do something, did he tell you say it was going to be done? Like when the moment he get there tomorrow, it will happen with the way you left the country? Only their base they can put together and brainwash with that stuff. Yeah, everyone is hard. Liberia things are hard in Liberia. No one is saying things are something. But at least you can see the development, you can see the reasons, you can see things that are going on that you see. That at the end of those things, you will see the jobs and that people need now coming in. How will you come in and say, oh, I will cook for you? You got to go to the market to buy the food first, right? You got to come and prepare the food and something, get it and what going to prep it and everything before you cook it. You can't just come with no food and you start cooking. How does that work? Why you come in the kitchen?
The first era, the Liberia should know that this president.
How does that work?
The first era, we all should know, the Liberian people should wake up and know that this president have good intention. For the first time in the history of Liberia, you can like it, you twist it any kind of way. There has been no president in the history of Liberia that brought in 285 pieces of F-moving equipment. This should be there among all the 15 political subdivisions in the country. Every county have their share.
Yeah.
And the usage of those machines is not to go work on individual private farm.
No.
Every country has been mandated to build a hub. And every country will have Their sons and daughters from the country that will operate those machines. These are direct employment.
Yeah.
Putting food directly on the
They
table.
are already training
Oh, no
people
family.
in Grand Crew. Was it Grand Crew?
Maryland,
yeah.
the training people.
Training people.
Other Liberians are making use of vocational institution now. They get heavy duty institution. Women are learning. If again, the cadet program has just started. You know how many years that cadet program disappeared from the Ministry of Youth and Sport? Thousands of young people have been sent back to the respective county, making at least 150 USD every month.
Yeah.
And then you say that year and you think
nothing has changed.
Nothing happened. But the mere fact that all of them was Scobie to go to Grand Gile, something has already changed. You wear your shoes and you go over there. In fact, you land all your shoes together. And you take picture. Somebody was not standing in the bush or standing over car or standing over stick or hanging in the tree to take picture and say, see the road. No. You carry Killer Bean buses then over there and the Killer Bean for Killer Bean bus to go read Grand Gile. And you say now, you say nothing happened. The message nothing has changed, man. He went there. And I'm happy the journalist started came up from his feet to the crown of his head. And asking the question, ask the road condition. So, already saw it already. He thought waiting for him say the road by correct. I don't want to argue because he carried all his small car, everything reached there.
But the speech from President Wiera already, he said Liberian people are all over the place asking questions. I'm like,
asking which question? Asking the question, why you not singing again? And you are singing for and the question they asking, you have all the time in the world, and why are you not singing?
Why? Since you left office, there hasn't been.
You know how many album you were releasing? You released Mr. Lion, you released Ebola, you released Raskatara. Anyway, DJ still there. So we already know. So the seditions, this group of unenlightened and unenlightened guys who just think that we will come back so that they can go again and milk the covers of the country.
Right.
You know how many millions of dollars now that GAFUA is paying back to the World Bank and the other people in loan? You know the reason why the Saudi fund was reactivated? It was because of the debt servicing commitment that GAFUA initiated immediately so that those funds from those lending institutions can be released and activated. Right. You don't pay debt, your credit. You get credit card, you're not paying your credit on time. You think you somehow be brave to get you money?
No.
When they dedicated the hydro, they told me how many $1 million again that GAFUA signed on I see very day for another expansion of I see solar and also the hydro. Then you say he
just signed a deal of I forgot the amount. Some road corridor in Lofa there too. I know it's a Minnesota somewhere.
They already signed another one that Minnesota to California to Minnesota. They're doing that salary or something. So a little piece between there. They want to do that. They are securing finance for almost all the
I don't know where Samuel Toure put the money there that he secured, that he said he telling people say even the president that will come after Joseph Yumabwaga, I already stand that deal. I already something. But then what happened when I asked Eugene Nangwe on when he had the interview with Stenson? They asked him, he said, about the RI, how it is something because they funding the budget. And I'm like, dude, you just told us that you have money for all of the
the contradiction is too much.
It's just too much. And I'm sorry that George just had a Timberton trying to rain off here because he talk about speaking truth, right? You know how they can come and be acting that they are so honest and stuff, and then when they open their mouth, so lies out of there, and people lying to them, they go baku and they enjoying it, and they start to go and echo those lies, and then when you question it and trying to bring it to their own, contradiction, they be we have to be honest, we have to. How about you practice your own advice and do it? You had people
George,
telling you,
George,
like you
George,
say 85% of the Nima Watin Howard, that's
yeah.
what usually numbers that were done. What is 85%? How much was it? You can tell us the money. You say, oh, you can't be carrying around figure, but you can carry around percentage.
If you say 85% of the work was done during the CDC administration, then how?
The people got issues with their lives.
Listen, those guys then they are get a bunch of unserious element. And today, I just saw a few renegade going back home as always. Musa Berete have always been with the CDC. You know, see Manaseli left the thing. Musa Berete tried to drag the Liberty Party that was Yomli then refused to agree. So he formed the CMC and put his in the middle. Mr. Kumis Umpa, I know out of desperation, he just go over there because Stanton and other men say, oh, opposition will unite at the only way. But that is a colossal, miscalculation.
Who's been ahead? All is.
Mr. Kumis said he will never be vice president to anybody. And therefore, he to go flip-flop today and say, oh, if it doesn't matter whether he the cowboy or what. I said, Mr. Kumis, you are very unserious. Simon Freeman said we have to drag our ego. Simon Freeman, you are a gambler. We already know you. You know how long you monopolize DSTV in our country. You rip our people off. But today they have multi TV. They open the market now. Too many different TV coming. Now many people want to view DSTV. You angry? You get it? We're gonna go take it. We already know you. You're too tired. You go focus on your pink lip and wear your 450,000 hour watch. That you be on. But nothing.
This is what I have problem with some of these Liberian so-called politicians that claim they want to change something. When it's something that affects their pockets, then that's when they get up and start. With this righteous anger that, oh, there's nothing happening, there's something bad going on, or whatever. But when they have these things that are building up their pockets, the thing is the good thing, right? Because it's nobody's troubling them.
They open the market now, so they have so many different TV people coming with very, very cheap plan. And that DSTV that are charging people almost $100 and some more dollar for few channels and say they say premium channel, this, that. It's not happening again. Because mostly in Liberia, people get out things then to watch soccer. I just the soccer matches they want to watch. And some family will use it to watch TV and other things. But most people don't even get time for that thing. But most men in the home they get those things then just for the game. Just for the game. Then you go and make it expensive. So now they open the market now. So many different people coming in now. They get different beer, get beer spool, they get all the other people coming in now. You're all in your feeding now. Go back and go find something to do. Simon, no, he going nowhere. Simon are not going anywhere. Simon has been supporting. He are not going nowhere. So for me, I don't even waste my time with Simon Freeman. And Simon Freeman, I get waste of energy. And he want to get relevant. He thought. We saw Creighton Donkey and talking. Creighton Donkey not going. Thought. Creighton Donkey then no, they're not going nowhere. And everybody attacking President Bouaka. How will you go for your own celebration? For CDC to go celebrate?
You never told us the history.
Nothing. You go explain about your successes. You not tell us nothing about your party. Nothing. All you went to it about
all campaign 3.0.
Yeah. Go talk about President Bouaka. How you owe, he tired, you will retire. Like Liberian people will sit down and look at President Bouaka and they ask him,
why are making it seem that nobody can see that President Bouaka old? Like, as it is a breaking news that it has to tell
the old
us.
age of Methuselah had nothing to do with the wisdom.
Right. We had a young man there, and we all of you that sitting on that stage had something to say about his work. All of you had something to say.
All of the worst thing you can ever hear about CDC, the ANC said it against George Weah.
You even did a retired suffering rally and everything. And now that you've seen that you can get the green G that without you testing the ground and develop there. You come here and telling us, young man, old man, like, who cares about their age? As long as they're producing, that's all we care about, right? So let's move on a little bit from this.
Amy, let me tell you something before you will move on. Don't be surprised. George, we are in the 11th hour. George, we are in the 11th hour. We call it a day.
Do you think that's why Mr. Cummings is being
Yeah.
so cold? He didn't know
Mr. Cummings there, the guy over there, maybe to some extent, they're trying to prop him up.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to prop him up to give him a face. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to prop him up to give him a face to see whether he can stay fit in the bracket that people can see him and say, oh yes. But Mr. Cummings, for George Weah, who is the main focal point of the celebration, will be Lena way in America and doing a virtual presentation. and for them, and they over there saying South. I say, you're not even see you. There's a possibility that George Weah can say, I'm not even coming back to I'm done. And what are you going to do?
Well, because they so many times though.
Yeah, because they want to use the man.
He doesn't want to be into politics till he turns 60 or whatever. And he said something like that.
George Weah hate defeat.
George Weah does not want to.
From the weight that George Weah will see, from the weight that you see, from the ruling party, the weight you see, in the 11 hours you call it a day. Get how you left all of them in limbo and consider that how you leave it. You leave it on our chest. Because all I know be hoping that they will kind of get to use it to get the power, because some of them will use it for representative position. And I want that Musa Belete was stretching on today. They will use it to get into the Senate. Then they want to use it for the presidency. But when you see the weight, Amy, the projects that have been made on the road for Seaport Bridge to Bowolosa, when you see the weight, when you see the Kematine celebrating for Mandina to Raspo, when you see the bombing people celebrating for Clay to Tottenham Bread, when you see the Lofian celebrating
what's that
for Sanaye to Medicoma, when you see the people,
what's that bridge? Bon Kante and what? Bapolu?
Yeah, when you see the people in Bapolu celebrating because of all the belly bridges that they put all over there, where car had never reached before, where people were riding canoe to cross, and some of them were capsizing over there. They were losing their family, they were losing their goods and things in the water. When the people see that, when you see the people racing to the occasion, when you see the Bazones celebrating, because electricity for more than 50 years, the Bazones are celebrating that current hit that era.
Yeah, we got one more one more request to the rescue government to make. We were from the that bell. You know what I mean? So that Marshall Territory for we need Idana and whatever to connect. We need a bridge or whatever. Too many options. We can be,
yes.
Even though we got our blood in us, but we are afraid of the ocean.
Of course, you know, you're
bridge there too. So
was the government was
saying something about that. The way he giving everybody a bridge, like you get a bridge. The moment he does
and
that,
you not even believe me. The better bridges that are entering the country, the Southeast is going to benefit from it a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. Especially some of them that are using ferry. They're going to pack all that ferry. Get how the Babylon people are celebrating. They gave you something that at least now some of you who have never built, who carry cement on your shoulder in Kino
on the bike flipping thing and then flipping in the water. Oh my God, our people have suffered. Oh
you will not have that chance again. So President Bouaka is telling
dangerous routes.
And more besides, with the farm to market road are going to be opening. Your produce will no longer get rotting on the road before reaching. When I charge you overplot because I say all the road back, we can reach all the way inside there. Keke will be reaching to all your farm and collect your team from all your farm and bring it to the main road. That is the reason why
eating fresh and organic.
that this government mean business. And the vice president already told those other people who in the government, don't be in the community. You have the privilege of working government, and you making even $500. And people in your community, you're not even able to take $200 or $100, all of that $500 and buy rest and share with them. You mean to them. You have to go back and let people feel your impact.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Share something with the people.
Mm-hmm. There are people that Akara's great and they don't want pushing the whole we are come back thing.
Man, Akara great.
You have Princeton.
He confused now because Princeton get, but Jimmy Princeton get money.
Stuff in that district like he losing.
When they
his
see that
mind.
Princeton doing that, Akara great that he get the money for
Akara's great who didn't even build no government. Not even the people all the water.
the frustration too much.
All the water he didn't put it there for the people then to be dropping. He the one he coming back.
Too
So
much
the
on
district number 8 people are district number 8 all to push someone who came and did all of these things for them out to bring Akara's back in the world.
So because you get loud mouth. They'll bring it back because you get loud mouth.
I don't understand the mindset of these people. What are they thinking about?
The modern police station are over there. The students that get buses go carry them over there.
The children there will be committing crime, just go in that station to go.
I'm telling you, just go sleep. Then you see even hall for the first time for you to get your own even hall. And then car wash station coming. All the Google things that Princeton doing for you over there. Then you will sit down there, you go look at that man, go take
and that district is one of the biggest districts in Mansoura, right?
Confused loudmouth Akara great. Now that man come go take go me. Now he the only person that whole district that's supposed to be lawmaker.
Yeah, even if Princeton did not do well, they're supposed to go back to
12 years. Imagine if you people want equitable distribution of resource of the wealth of the country. Now Akara great yourself get more than 12 years. You're getting 12 years. Why he did? You go big, ain't big what was swimming pool your inside there, and he took a wedding carry Paris, and he built, and he got unfinished duplexes that he can't finish, that he want to come back and can't finish it. You must sit down there, you be making fun of yourself. I sit down there. But I make I say, those daydreamers, they be passing around thinking that CDC will come out of power. Let it be daydreaming. Right. And you see the vocational center that the vice president dedicated in Lima County. Right. You see that? Giving to the people what they deserve. Then the whole signing code piff. See the way the superintendent doing. Go see this way the superintendent doing. You think those people are working for who? For who? For angry breast and few disenchanted elements to get come around and think that we come into our country go get to lock grown up boys to do what? Why you bring it, Mr. David? Man? Let David go sleep. And you are sleeping just because you hear something 12 and now wake up.
Mr. David, you are in a deep sleep.
How are you, Mr. David? Been a minute, man.
Yeah, time. How you guys doing?
Yeah, that's America. Yeah, I hope you explain to people that in America, you see the tree behind your horse, you get the money hanging there. Everything rose in the country. You gotta be telling people the truth. Then you hardly get 4 hours sleep. Set. You hardly sleep. You got a mortgage on you. You get all the bills and all the things on you. And you can't even sleep.
Oh, welcome, Mr. David. You're kind of late. We're about to move on to the next.
Yeah, I can move on.
We're talking about the party today in the Wolagisli.
Mm-hmm.
We finished talking about the party, so we're moving on now. So I don't know about what's his name. This guy, Samuel Koka. One of those mistakes that you can make, right? Family, and then you say, "See, why the people were not accepting this to you? Why did I even put my head in it?" Right? It's Samuel Koka. What does he have against this vice president? That every time he thinks he should, criticize everything he does, even if no criticism needed. So the vice president he was the, what they call the speech giver. What they name for the graduation? Cottington.
He was a guest speaker.
Guest speaker, eh? Okay. Mm-hmm. And he got an honorable doctorate something
Yeah.
on him.
Honorable Kosa or letters.
Everybody like that with George B. I got 5. But anyway, so after the vice president's speech and about Cardinal University talking about that issue with electricity, and he promising or telling the government to help out in that area, even though they have been subsidized already, but they still have issues. Like the same thing you're just talking about, energy, which is a big problem in Africa, and that's why the president is and the finance minister are working so hard towards that to kind of like, if something that if you should leave a legacy, solve a problem, 1 or 2 problems that the country has, right? So, moving on with Cottington, and the vice president gave them that commitment to have that issue taken care of. But I keep looking for the recording. Every time I save my stuff, now I can't find it. But Samuel Coker has something else to say. I don't know if any of y'all watched it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
So if you can send it to me, from now, I'll be more than happy to play it. So, but since you watch it, you can be talking about it and you can send it to us. So I'm looking at it like, and what he's saying, it's not adding up to me, right? And I'm like, okay, so why do we need to criticize here? I'm not getting it. And then the last time again, I watched him in the Senate when the Senate were, confirming the election commission. He made some, and I think I'll play that video too. All of the things he said did not make sense to me at all. So, what's going on here with this guy? You ran in the mic 3 times or 2 times for senatorial race, and you even the Godfather put your hands up, and you couldn't even win this, right? The vice president. I'm not saying he's perfect or he's any kind of Superman or whatever, but let's give credit where credit is due. He campaigned for you. He put your hands up. He did, and you won. But then he turned out to be your biggest target. Is this a gratefulness from that or jealousy? What's going on here?
That is what the Methodist people can say, rescue the perishing, care for the dying. Because Jeremiah Kun wanted the balance or equilibrium, political equilibrium, to quiet up the tension in the county after the passing of the late Senator Prince Johnson. Was it not the same vice president that was accused for spraying money around for Koga?
Koga, yeah.
Was it not the same vice president that rallied and cried on the Unity Party Alliance to go and endorse Koga?
Mm-hmm.
Was it not the same vice president?
Yeah.
That held Koga hand and raised it up in the air. But I'm not surprised. Some people are just naturally ungrateful.
Yeah.
And he clearly demonstrated that there's this personal vendetta. He still have the bitterness because of the influence the vice president. He won this the greed. That's the thing. And the problem, that whole thing, you see why did I get greed?
And what tribe is he from?
He's a Guillaume.
He's a Guillaume from Prince Johnson tribe.
Oh.
But it's not.
No comment.
It is not about. It's not about being Guillaume or anything.
My village was a
the man is so over. The man, I don't know how to even describe. I don't even know how to describe the jealousy. That's why the superintendent said, if the doctorate thing is hurting your heart, if the doctorate thing is giving you high blood pressure, if the doctorate thing is giving you sleepless night, if the doctorate thing is turning your body pH into something else, go and get a doctorate degree. Go let it put another, let it get you doctorate degree.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll celebrate the doctorate degree that they confer on the vice president. Quote unquote. The superintendent.
Oh, that's what the superintendent said?
Yeah, superintendent posted. Because he's just so bitter that the vice president making commitment for the president. He said, oh no, he shouldn't make a commitment for the president because everything that will be done will have to go to the legislature and they have to approve it. But
not necessarily.
How dare you tell the vice president what to say? You can censor the vice president what to say.
But let me get that straight. Don't have certain percent of the budget that the president can order the finance minister to do stuff without needing a legislative.
It is clear, but that man, I don't even know that he just has some wasted years in that house over there. He don't understand anything, and he get over there collecting free paycheck, and he want that power so much. He want to be the He can get that because the vice president have consolidated, and he's still.
So you think he playing the game right to be that eye because the people there who are there that are already that eye, in order for them to before you got to that seat, he pushed you there, right? Don't you think you sticking with him? I'm not saying you should do anything wrong thing or whatever, but
listen,
for what you're doing,
that man is still bitter. You know where that bitterness coming from? You know where that bitterness coming from? The vice president told the former godfather, the late godfather, that we have to balance it out in the house. Let us have one person for the Manon clan and one for the Gio. So we
those
have
are
to
the two majorities in Nima.
Yes. But Koga, ambitious, he already on a second term as a representative in the lower house. But he wanted to contest to be senator. And the vice president said no.
Oh, doing the Nyan
Twain's time.
Gotcha.
The vice president supported Nyan Twain, and then the former Prince Johnson, the late Prince Johnson supported Koga, who wasted all that oil on him, and did all that prayer for him. And Nyan Twain fucking face down.
Yeah.
He's still carrying that bitterness.
Why?
Okay.
Since the same person who said we needed a balance of power.
Yeah.
When Madam Ida Gongo War was coming, she's from the Mountain Tribe, right?
Yeah.
The same person stood up on his word and said, no, this is what we said we were
going to retain Nyan Twain as the manor, and we're going to bring Koga as the Gio, so balance it over there.
Why are you so bitter?
He's still bitter, and he wants to be that person. You cannot. Look, nowhere in the world you'll see.
That's dangerous.
The ship. I only one captain.
Yeah.
You have to accept a role. All of us can be born from the same man, but all of us cannot carry the same grace.
No, different.
Everybody get our own grace. And the wisdom the vice president carry, not the wisdom you get. Everybody see your face to know what kind of man you are. What? If I said, even in your own district, that district you get over there, when you left, who you supported, the candidate you supported did not even win the district. For the representatives to replace you. You see it? It was the vice president again that said this person. He said he fight the vice president said Hena Isa, but he watching to see they should choose among them. Anybody who they select, they either should come.
The vice president never went to him to ask.
Yeah, he said vice president should go to him. What kind of problem we see with Koga? Koga, you really confused for you. You better go be dancing, be go do your shoulder dance. You better go take that shoulder dance and go be doing it. You think we here for that thing here? We're not even looking at you, sir. You think the vice president get time for you?
Let's do this. Jumping over. Yeah, Mr. Garris, welcome. Let's hear you. Will you?
Yeah, you see.
The whole Koga thing. The Koga died, man.
The Makande issue is very difficult. They are my in-law, okay, but the vice president,
Oh, they hear that.
Koga feel that he older than the vice president, so he want to control the vice president. He can't do that. When they're talking about Nimakande, permanent president in Nimakande and our vice president is permanent in Nimakande. He don't care whether he Gio or Mano. The only thing
He's none of those.
Yeah, the mistake he made was when he went as senator. When he went as senator was the mistake he made, but he decided to correct it. Because he shouldn't have gone as senator. Because he went as senator, his balancing was not correct because he was too guilt senator. He won. He was senator and Prince Johnson was senator. But he looked at it was wrong.
Jeremiah won Gil?
Yeah, he Gil.
No, he's not.
Jeremiah is Gil.
His mom was.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because his father is here from Grand Creek. No, I don't think he ever see his father before.
Okay, let's not go to now. Joke.
Gil, we consider him Gil in the Makante. But his businesses are not in the Gil setting. They are all.
He's a businessman. Yeah, he's a big businessman in Nima County.
Yeah,
So
the businesses are in the minor setting. You don't get nothing in a Gil setting as business. No. All business was in Ganta. And where he gave farm before Ganta, between Bon County and Nima County, when he passed Bella, they play farm. So like he lived in a minor setting, not a Gil setting. A hospital in Ganta. The hospital turned to the government to use. It's in Ganta. It's the second biggest hospital in Nima County. Second biggest hospital in Ganta or something. It's very big. That hospital is very big. You go to the government to use it. Go to the government, let the government take care of it. You, the co-government, what you have done for your district before? That district, somebody was showing it a few days that the bridge was small. Koga was there for 6 years.
We're gonna say here 12 years.
Yeah.
and the representative now is fixing it, right?
They were blaming the new representative at Jackie. Why the representative build the bridge?
He's doing it, right? I saw
Yeah.
him.
The man saying Koga who was there, he never do it.
Koga was there for 18 years. He did not do it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's been in the house that long?
Yeah, Koga was on his third term as a representative. His third term.
Oh, wow.
So he did 12 years and 12, 13, 14 years. I mean,
So,
14 years.
The vice president, to me, he paid me, even though we use a company during the godfather, but to me, that vice president is more godfather. Because everything that vice president said what can happen in the Makande. When it comes to the senatorial position between him and Koga, he beat Koga.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the senatorial position between him and when he said Nyaton, the vice president supported Nyaton, his uncle supported him, Uncle Prince Johnson, because the uncle is Prince Johnson. Because it's Prince Johnson's sister's son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Koga is Prince
Why he think he should inherit his uncle?
Yeah,
Whatever title they were giving his uncle?
he inherited his uncle wherever all now.
There you go. That's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah, but
How
you see Prince Johnson,
family issue, let's leave it out of there.
Prince Johnson said he know the whereabouts, how his father died. Koga is aware. Koga know everything about it.
That's family issue, grief, and whatever fights.
Koga should calm down. He shouldn't condemn the vice president. They man, like Amon Mata with Cardinal University, graduated from Cardinal University. The vice president graduated from Cardinal University. They're not today. He's not going to
did he?
Yes. He's a Cardinal.
Yep. He's an alumni of Cardinal University. That's why he got a bachelor's.
People call him to gain even smaller title or the main title. That is their ceremonial title or something.
That's a letter.
Not time for
Well, what I think with that is that I think that commencement speech was something for the president, but the president recommended him to go and do that.
Yeah, even if the president
going somewhere else too.
Koga, if you are in the same position, the president recommend you to do that, you will go do it like your boss. You will not say go to your boss. It don't work that way. So wait for your own time. You see, I say I want to be senator. Koga is senator. I want to be senator too.
You want me to say stuff, Mr.
But in my time,
Mr. Derek, why will you be senator?
If I become senator for Bonkande one day, nobody will ever move me.
Oh, what you?
I will say then that nobody will even test me because I will do the work of Bonkande.
Oh, what you mean?
Yeah, when you do the work for you see my former friend Eugene Pagla da. When we were running campaign for him, I said, my man, the people took you for your man, but you can do something that's different from the other people. You say, why? I said, use your salary on the district. Don't mind the money. You have for various group. All those things you have for, you they have for, they want you to do it for, they want you to represent it. They're giving you money.
Use some of it.
Yeah, use it. Build football fee. Build a radio station. In the district, all the BBC there, build a video club for the children there. Football game, during dry season, your district must be ahead of football. That what my friend listened to. He did. We went to go campaign, already win. 2011 campaign, one went there. I think 11. I went there to go campaign for him. We went over. He can make it. Just do what I tell you to do. That boy was doing exactly what I tell him to do. Nobody was able to remove him. I heard he won the second time. Then they kill him. That high looking. So if you make me senator for Bonkande, every district in Bonkande we're gonna get what? Part of my money. Every district. Bonkande got 6 or some more district. So 6 months time. And I said, getting all my first salary, my second, my third, all the way to 6. How much money do I really need to survive in Liberia? How much money do you really need?
You got a family?
You got a family, but you don't really need plenty of money to survive. All those money that you're collecting, baby mansion, baby something there. When they die, what can happen? Look at President Thomas house. Look at it fine. Look at all the people in the houses in Bonkante. Look at Charles' house. Where is it? Nobody can meet in then. So why would those houses where nobody can meet in? You from a poor family. Then you want to get houses where you know when something happens to you, your children can meet in. Your children they might not even be a senator. Because of your character, nobody wants for your children as a senator. So why would you want to live that life? Let everybody be part of the process. In the whole Bonkande, in our whole 6 district, I will get found there. I will make the people busy in our district. Every farming season, all the 6 districts, any district that produce a high, I'll get all of them even money. If I can get them 10,000, everybody will produce farm. Will produce rest, to bring it to the market, will produce coffee. You the higher producers, you will get benefits. The high should be. But you see, all of them just sit down over when they're ready to come to America for. They can enjoy themselves with the people later in Liberia. Because they can't bring their wealth down.
Why am I always going? Anyways, yeah, so Mr. Coca, he's I mean, when I listen to, you can criticize somebody when need be, but when the vice president made that commitment, he said it was misleading. I was kind of like, okay, so this government, one of the manifesto is education, empower, and if they're trying to help with the energy issue that our university has. What is so misleading about that? And I couldn't get it. So I know there's been a lot of things going on between them, but then after that, I'm like, something's going on with this guy and this vice president. Like, I can't get my hands on it because it's confusing. Why does it feel the need to answer to kind of criticize what was done here today? So, that's what I wanted us to touch on there.
I think Continental said need to do something for that set. They have been sponsored in America. They have been sponsored. A lot of places have been sponsored in the government giving them subsidy. They get for order. They can make a mini dam there to supply that place. Or they can do a solar farm.
Yeah, that'll be.
Yes, most of the solar panels are not expensive. They student there, the money they pay, put $1 there as solar project. If you get 1,000 students, every semester you're gonna raise that amount. You put $2 whatsoever there, solar farm is gonna work. But you charge the children there plenty of money, the people them paying plenty of money, they go, no current on campus, no J1, no free in generator. Then what? The management, I think the management do have. The management get a problem. If you have a solar farm, go India, go China, go somewhere. Now the new battery cell is facing all the other people that bring it on the market. You go and bring the one continuous solar farm and with a big battery there. You can supply the campus because the first thing you're not into. There's no central air conditioning in the building to say you having heavy equipment.
Yeah.
Nothing having on the land. So how long do you get solar farm to produce to regulate the campus? At night, you're going to help them. Instead of buying electricity from the public, I don't say you can't buy electricity, you can buy electricity. But when you get a solar farm, the solar farm will reduce the money you pay towards the electricity. And the electricity is not constant.
Yeah.
They bang out in darkness, some day, what they call the high looking. Because the electricity they're having is from Ivory Coast. It's not from Monrovia.
Yeah, there's no way you can have a university. People are, there going to school and something. You don't have a stable electricity. That's just.
Yeah. The other day I tell you, the children sitting now in the grass. How long to get people to pay there? 10% on our campus to clean our whole campus. You bring grass cutting machine. They tractor through the about 2 to be grass cutting our place.
Yeah.
They don't want 2 to 400 acres of land you get. No, that's just small area you get. So to cut the grass on the campus, that's some of the tractors then. You appeal to people. They will give it to you. To do it. They're not University of Liberia. Where government gotta pay. We gotta pay. I told you, my entire money I pay University of Liberia. Now you $4,000 US until I graduate. No. And never. Because I pay 25 cents per course, per credit, I mean.
Yeah.
How much? 25 $11 for credit. It's not all there.
That's very cheap.
It was very, very cheap. So nobody could tell me they want to go to school. They pay the University of Liberia school. How much are they pay? How much job we have pay? The money paying for your own registration and your other fee, benefit or whatsoever is more than the money government can pay. They just say, geography, wire fee. How much wire fee? The money paid from ABC to wire grade, how much pay? Even the 12th grade, how much pay? How much is wire fee? You pay to 5 to 300, 400, 200 for your children's school fee. You want to tell me that wire fee, and you refer to that you can't pay. I'm going to be talking to the government. Government pay $50, government pay wire fee. How much wire fee? Pay the school fee. Then government pay the school fee. Then my parents pay the wire fee.
Right.
Then we'll know the government serious.
So let's play a little video here, or a little audio here. One of the many from the people of the youth. I know the screen is kind of little. I couldn't get it to something of Green G there. So,
thank you very much. Firstly, let me appreciate the members of the full estate. You are welcome to the land of the rising sun. Again, I'm Theophilus Henson. We actually normally go to the forum every evening. We can go there at least to interact with each other, thinking that we could take the intellectual discourse or the political discussion to another level, to intellectual exchange peacefully. So when we got there, the Nimba County chair, I think most of you witnessed almost everything. And I wasn't involved in attacking him. I didn't even speak at the forum. But there was some fake information given, and one big brother, Leon Benikba, raised an issue against what he was saying, which the citizen got angry. So later I look at the atmosphere, I left from there. Then they came after me.
Wow.
Reginald Mayer men, he meant that with me. I don't know them. You know the guy with the face cap and the army green shirt, you know them. So he came after me, say that you the one say been planning for. Like your business will keep million grand you been planning for you. So what did I do? Was it trying to resign from a political bondage? See, the CDC was a political bondage for the people of Grand Gila County, not only with the young people. When you listen to Chairman Reginald Mayer, then when you spoke, everything was Nimakane, you could not point at a single development that Grand Gila benefited. So that was a mockery that he made to us in Grand Gila. That was a mockery. He would have told us, this is what Alosha bill. This what happened. He could not point at anything. He tell about roles that the former president created in Nimba County. He could not tell about a role that George Weah created in Grand Gila County. Yeah, as a general, he wrote on the rule. Before 2024, you couldn't ride on a road peacefully. The former public works minister came with motorbike. You get roof cover. She came with motorbike because of the deplorable condition of the road. You getting me? I come here, my motorbike break down because of the way of disconnecting the stuff. You getting me? So, what they did was that the CDC did not do anything in Grand Gila. Based upon all of the fake promises George Weah gave, 2021 February, 5 promises were made. He could not fulfill any of it. Arrest or issue 2021, they say 2021. August, when Malu came to Grand Gila, that let's George Weah stop treating us like the married woman in the house and all kind of girlfriends. Grand Gila is not benefiting. If George Weah does not fulfill either of the promises, we'll not vote for him. That's what I said. That's a very vacant rule. I played first in the vacant rule. I established 4 auxiliary groups. The Friends of Fina Bono had over 3,000 plus membership. I was operating that very background. I was a technocrat. I was an implementer. I recruited people. I defended Congress of Democratic Change. When Yeke Koluba was a thorn in the flesh of the CDC government, I dragged Yeke Koluba right in Grand Gila, disgracing publicly. That reduced Yeke voice against the government. Is that under President Boaga 100 days, when I drove on the road here, I got shamed. For Tapetado Sweju, I got embarrassed. Under President Joseph Yima Boaga, 67 young president, I got a job as cadet, making $150 USD every month. Under President Joseph Yima Boaga today, the issue of national lottery have been decentralized. Young people got job. Under President Joseph Yima Boaga, he would have come 3-4 years back to see my condition. You get me? What's the condition at the time was not different for a Zogo because we never had job. The only way we could get food to eat to our houses was to raise battle cry, was to go after people. That was the only way we were benefiting. But under the president, Joseph Yima Boaga said, no, young people are not just battle cry people. Young people are important people. They need to get jobs because they're educated. Today, we are working. We are young people. We are working. We are earning something for our family. Yes, I am a regional inspector, National Lottery. I got my job February this year.
Right after you resigned on CDC?
No, I got my job for I resigned March. No, not because of my job. My resignation came because of shame. I got shame.
You get your job,
I did not support President Boaga.
Shame.
Mental illness, mental frustration that under my own government I wasted my life for.
You mean
no, you never cannot win the Grand Gila County. CDC used to get 98% vote. I can assure you, the reason the guys are intimidated, are targeting me. They know my strength. They know my strength. Look here today. Look at the number of the CDC pool today. During our days within the CDC, our people understood our language. We spoke to the conscience of our people that it should not turn out. No more put away. See the 40 counties are gathering here. They just brought 4 buses, Kilobi buses. So the first seated, and 4 from Morovia and more are coming. They are importing people here to bring up people. So they will come up, but the real indigenous Grangians will not turn out because they have listened to us. They know us. That's why you see Reginald Mayer is agitating. He's agitated because Reginald Mayer is agitated because he knows my strength. They are.
Wow, so those are some of the voices of the Grangians that people think their votes are in the bag for them. You know, I just wanted to play that to that's just one of many, that we've been hearing and we've been seeing today. And people look at these things and still make themselves believe that this government does not have any impact. Nothing is happening in this one and this one. Young people are doing this. Young people are suffering. Young people, yeah. Not all young people are working right now. And in every society or country, not all young people can be working, right? But the amount of people that we expect to be working, like all of them are not working yet. We can acknowledge that. We know that. But can you compare their condition now, or things that are going on in the country? It may not be their lives personally, but things that are happening in the country that can benefit them later on. Can you compare that now to that of yesterday? That's the argument that we keep on having. They say, oh, how can you say you cannot rescue? You remove what are you doing the same thing? Same thing? Are you delusional? Same what? If they were doing the same thing, you see some whole come in and still be sitting here and thinking and still, oh yeah, they're on the right. Why? Because my loyalty is to a person or no, it's to the country, and I support a person who I believe was going to do something because of his age, because of his wisdom, because of his love, and because of legacy that he was. From his speech, from him talking, that's what he wanted to leave for Liberia, and he got sick and tired of it. Now, did he tell us, or did we even think the people who mind that like brainwashed to think that because he said this thing he was coming to rescue, so it was going to be that they snap a finger and it happened? No. And even some of the concessions do, why can't they change it up? Why can't they do that? If you sign contract with people, you don't just come unless you want to bring that dictatorship or whatever, but you can't just come and just wipe it out of it. You have to go around and see what you can do to change that contract, And so that's what people don't understand. Some people understand it. They know that it's making them to look bad, so they try to brainwash the people. They try to keep the people in that state of not knowing any better, right? Believing that, this is what's supposed to happen when it's not true. This is what the government's supposed to do when it's not true, because that's the state they kept them in to give them a little thing here and there to vote for them. So they want the people to be in that state, even though they see this government trying to do the right things now. Oh, no, they're not supposed to do the right thing. They're supposed to leave everything like that. No, that's not true. They're trying to make your country look better. And in the end, it may be hard now, yes, for some people, but in the end, you will see why that is being done. The family previously said, energy for companies or whatever then to come in. People don't want to come in jobs or companies to be buying fueling generator and doing that. Do you know how much expensive that is? Or if they come, everybody might just be squeezing in Monserrato, in Monrovia, and not go to other counties and stuff because of the roads, condition, and all of that. And we're talking about tourism, right? All of that, the roads and energy, everything needs to be on point before those people can come in. People are coming though, they want to make business, they want to make money. They're not coming in because they have plenty of money and they just want to throw it down the drain. No. And in order for that to happen, they have to make your country, conducive for it. Or else you will not get it. So that's why some of these things are being done, and then they try to muddy the brain of the people or watch them and say, "Oh no, this is bad. Nothing happening. This is what doing this. This is what." But then they come and the people hungry. No, that's not it. They're doing something in the way it's supposed to be, even though you're not used to it because you are born in the wrong thing. Some of you, and since you were born, this is what you know. This is what you keep seeing. So now that you've seen it being turned over to fix it and have it the right way, and people brainwashing you and think that's the wrong thing, which is not true. And that person, he's focused on doing things. And you can't save everybody, Mr. Davis. You will still have people who still have that CDC will be successful in brainwashing them, especially that base. But you have most of them there who are seeing the light and waking up. Good thing. So if you have Like the guy was honest. If he had a 98% of vote in Grand Cheetah, with people in that day, you think you still have that vote in the back, sitting down there waiting for you? You better be daydreaming to think that they're going down. You know, they may not be able to win it, but you're winning, something might be slack.
Speaking, you want to use chair for that place.
Yeah.
On CDC, and when you are resigning, I said, "Wow, I know CDC." Maybe.
Oh, that's the guy who gave his barracks.
Yeah.
Took it to the police station or something like that.
I in there.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
You gotta look at the truth. Is the CDC not do nothing? We don't do nothing for them. So why will he support a party that don't do nothing for a country? Don't do nothing for a country. No development. Right. He can't promise that he never do anything. That's how he get buried. He say he resign. So the CDC people were angry. They know they're gonna go with their program. They're gonna meet him. So as a girl is stem he talk, he just let them. You know what they call they were after him, but you don't want to communicate with them. You know.
He did it right then because people that you don't go there. Oh, they make you won't disrupt. You won't interrupt our program. That they will put something on crime on you that you didn't come over.
You see, when Alexander Comey was introducing something about the road project, that the man who were they call the money for the road project, 6 years time, you what they call for the road project, what happened to it?
First of all, if that was the truth, then usually would not be telling us that they didn't do the one to the road because of the budget. There was no money for it.
When they came to power, most of the projects they were doing were also to secure by Ellen Johnson. Why did they do it? Everything was.
They didn't finish those ones. Yeah.
We have project. Everything was we have project, but they don't say, "Oh, that Ellen Johnson secure this one." You know that kind of thing. I like in government. You know, now you do the project. Then you what they call it, but why would you call it your project? You want to clarify he lied to the people. Then all the time when I see Spoon TV where he said Jefferson can't sit down there. He said they can lie. That as they do, they can lie. As they do. Mm-hmm. He was deputy minister for youth and sport. You said around your area. Don't you think you lie on your resume? Then they play you say fan harassment. Why they couldn't even make you what they call to youth and sport? They couldn't make you the controller to youth and sport. Why you gotta be deputy minister when you don't even know anything about anything about any sporting? Anything about youth development, you didn't know anything about it. Why would you go to those positions? You don't go learn there. You could be assistant minister to learn or director to learn, but not a deputy minister. Because you were not doing nothing there. Mm-hmm. You know anything about sport. So Jeff Khan, he was the probably where he said, government did, government fail, government do this, government lie, you can lie. Jeff, you was the probably where ministry. Where's the coastal highway? Where's the 14 football, soccer pages, George, we have promised to build in all the counties? Right. Where is the Valley Island? Where is the road from 12th Street to Cinco to Ghana's Day? You promise the people all those stuff. You know what? One, you want to build ground for all of them. Mm-hmm. Why? What happened to it?
You let the ground open.
Is it the ground open? You open ground everywhere. No. But this particular president, I say watching him, but he's doing more than enough. Because everywhere, you see that man break ground, the West Side the next day. Mm-hmm. You don't break ground, go lead down there. No.
Like the highway to what is it, Bull? What side are they working?
That 4 lane is already on. Yeah. So now take shaving all. So now take 4 measurement. Grand came on Canada the first time ever since the bill was established to get quota.
Wow.
So all those stuff you got to look at it. What is this man doing? You can't say we build 500 some more kilowatts of road. Where? They're accumulating your doing it to different houses that were in over.
We can see the numbers that they keep putting out that we can see.
Ellen Johnson can say, I build road all the way because Ghana road was not correct. They built Ghana road from scratch all the way to Guinea Border. Wow. All the way they were trying to build how they call it, Secretary Highway. All those ones. Go see how the administrator in Nima County, that superintendent, see how that woman developing that place. Look at that new hotel, the city built. I don't know how they can call it. She said she inviting Ghana president, this one, all the one that she put the president, 3 presidents in there. On the top and the topper level, they call it I know stage 1 or stage something. That's a massive development I get doing in my country. And look at that soccer page where Joseph Baga doing business most rather in Bomi County.
Yeah.
You were the soccer president. All the people that play under you, one of them doing better than you in soccer in Liberia. You say not get time, but you say now in America to watch your son where the bench. And I tell you, bench up for a long time. What are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah, leave the boy alone. Well, yeah, deal with your president and leave the boy alone. He got nothing to do with it.
I follow him. He play. He actually play soccer, but his son can play equal to him.
Yeah, well, he try to follow his daddy footsteps, but that doesn't mean he was gonna have the same talent or the same grace as his dad. He got his own thing going, you know. So I think people should just keep Tim out of their Liberian politics and just let him live his own life. And I know he's judged me as his son, but
you see how money the council in America to be watching.
But that's his son, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, I said a nice son.
He really he had to support his son.
He's
no longer president, so I don't hold him with that.
They say Liberian people money.
Yeah, well, so that's that. So I think people should support him in the World Cup and try to, cheer him on. Whether they bench him or not, instead of trying to put his dad politics on him. I don't like that. I think they should leave him out of it. And Tim doesn't know much about Liberia because his dad he grew up with his mom. And when you grow up with what do you think is gonna happen? He will know more about Jamaica than he does about Liberia. So because of his mom, something it's just a
I think we got thinking good. Otherwise, we are relating himself to thing we are.
Okay, well, I'm
related to all the other children there.
Well, can't say that, but
it's
just a normal thing.
He denying America because his mom don't have.
It's just a normal thing, like simple. If I was to be married to a woman, should I say Mexico or Jamaican or whatever, man. If my child was with me most of the time, and I'm all into my Liberia, and they're going like, bro, doing whatever. Well, how you think I'm gonna raise that child? So be into Mexico or Italy or whatever? No, it's gonna be all about LIB.
That one saying.
So people getting mad at him that he doesn't know these artists, he doesn't know this, he doesn't end up being. They're saying a whole lot about him, and I think that's a bit unfair.
So we are just into that ball life because you are making money. Ball playing football and making money. Joe, why you can't go into your other children and like you not how many children know about Joe? Yeah.
Hey, that's not my place to talk about.
No, I said but how many children do you know
about? I'm just talking about I don't know much. I know about 2.
Who?
Tim and his brother.
What about his sister?
Well, I don't know, but I noticed that he has kids with Gono and Cooper. And yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know. Yeah, but my thing I'm trying to say is that people should start bullying Tim. Like people should start bullying Timothy Weah.
No, we had somebody.
That is unfair. They should support him. They should root for him and start bullying him on the internet.
Joe is one of the men. Most of the time, he abandoned children.
Mr. Boy, that's not what we're talking about here. What I'm talking about is people bullying this boy on the internet because he doesn't know much about Liberia or he's not calling Liberian artists or whatever. Is what I'm talking about. I think they should stop doing that to him or because of their political differences with his father. So they should be they have to keep in mind and understand that his mother reared him, right? He was brought up, even though he calling other Africans artist names, but I mean, let's be real, Nigeria is big out there, music wise. So I mean, it's normal to have that, but for people to be bullying, oh yeah, they're saying that and making it a cheering thing, I just think that is going a bit too far, and it's not fair to him. That's what I'm saying.
Was it fair to all the Liberian people?
What was fair to the Liberian? What did Timothy Weah do to the Liberian people that was not fair?
Yeah,
that you think should be done back to him?
We are fair to the Liberian people.
I think Timothy Weah. Look, this man.
We are fair to the Liberian people. We are not fair to the you know that Liberia, Africa, they can go after your generation.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I know that, but this is what I'm saying. As a human being.
And I see this going after somebody trying to grant you there. That's what I was speaking.
But Mr. David, you're not being fair here, though.
That's somebody's son too.
Well, you're not being fair. You're leaving the whole topic here and talking about this. See, listen to me. You're talking about this boy. You're talking about is not even the same situation. This boy's a political whatever. He was a youth chair. He was this. He was that. Right. So they feel threatened. Listen now. They feel threatened that he has all of this power. He has all of this influence on the youth in Granger, and now that he's no longer with them, they feel threatened and they feel that they have to go after him. Timothy Weah, on the other hand, he has nothing to do with that life. He's playing his football somewhere. His only crime is he's George Weah's his son. That's his only crime. How is that the same as this boy being used this and so and so? I'm not saying it's right, but you comparing the two, I don't think it's the same.
It's the same.
No, it's not.
It's
not the same. Tim Weah has nothing to do with your politics.
We are keen to Liberia. We have visited Liberia on several occasions. They use the Liberian money and buy a lot of stuff and give it to him to go give it to the people. To say, ultimately, we are donating to the people. You are lying. That Liberian money.
How easy they use it? Like, you don't know that.
Like, father buy it and give it to you to say, Timothy, we are Liberian people. It's not like Liberian people. You don't even get time.
You hungry? You know they should have
Liberian people money. They're not your money. They're not your
money. Mr. David, you're not being fair here tonight. He works. He has his own money.
We have never take any father from here taking account or whatsoever to go Liberia and buy Latin in the continent and go give it to the people. Like we have them buy it, they try to make Timothy we are, you see my son can do the thing. That Liberian money. Timothy we are never today. The way see a father lie on him about that nasty horse. That he the one when the village that nasty and said, no, I'm doing it. Man, tell your part go from America. Because the born know that in America, you want to lie too much about spending money outside, you're not spending money outside. And you know that very well, your income, the amount of money that you spend, they will do something about it. Then I had you told my mom was telling the horse not to take a knee from that horse. In Nashville before he said he the one repair the horse in Nashville, but Joe for a lie on his son that his son did it. So most of the things
I hear you, but you have no proof that whatever that boy went and bought and gave out that your money, your country money, somebody took and gave to you. So you can't just come here and make that blanket statement that for sure that you know for sure that's not his own money. When if he's somebody who didn't work, who did not make money, and you saying that, maybe something, but you don't know that. If you yourself say that his father tried to lie on him and he got himself out of it, what makes you think he would sit there for his father to do the thing and give it to him to do it, and he will sit there and agree to it? Let's stop that, man. Let's stop putting him in his father something.
Politics.
I think we should just something him. But go ahead. Let us just something and just do our question. I think you're being unfair to stop bullying him. That's what I think.
We are gonna get out of Liberia politics. He enjoy our car. A father will buy for a father to ride. He enjoy Liberia. You are having police. You are having escort. So you can't say you never enjoy Liberia humanity. You enjoy it. When any time we are come to Liberia over there, he never come with Liberia passport. But they gave him Liberia double money passport. You were using Liberia double money passport to come to Liberia. When you go American passport. So ultimately, we are enjoy our security because they were protecting him. They were driving him with escort. They were carrying him everywhere in Liberia. You were carrying on donation. You were carrying on services in Liberia. You were in now. You were into Liberian politics. The politics there. They're not anything. They're not something you were doing. They're not humanitarian. Ultimately, we are never doing humanitarian work to Liberia before until the father became president.
Thank you. Formula.
Well, thank you so much for the show, and hopefully we can come back another time. And it's always important to come and speak to our Liberian people, speak to the consciences of our people, so that they can read Awaken and know that it is delusional to imagine in this life that or George Weah's second term will be the second coming of Christ. It's delusional completely. And more beside, with the massive work the president is doing, President Baka is doing, it is a testament to what the future holds for the country. The foundation is being laid so that generation to come will look back at it and say, oh yes, we had a Joseph who dreamed and interpreted that this is the future of Liberia. And today, this is the fruit from the labor that we are reaping now. So I say kudos to all of those young men and women who are out there promoting the government, bringing the facts to the people, you know. And one of the things I always like to tell people, the social media is just a menu portion. Not many Liberians are on, less than 2.4% of Liberians are on social media. So all that noise you can hear, all that men on, these are not noise that are resonating with the majority of the Liberian people. Tangi wrote, if you read what Tangi wrote, so that's social media thing on. I get a few people listening to it. I get a few people.
What did she say?
Yeah, I get a few people will gather the information, but the only reason why you see sometimes Spooner get hairway, Spooner running around is because they are relaying their program now on radio for some folks who listen to radio. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why the parallel platform that the government instituted, the Class Reloaded, is also narrating. The last time I checked, Class Reloaded have about 4,800 people that are watching their show now. So that means there are people too who are gravitating towards that platform and they are monitoring the show and following the argument. So the problem there, both sides are going to dichotomize the issue. Both sides are going to give their thesis, their anti-thesis, and the audience is going to get a sound thesis. So we already know what's happening on ground. People in the comment section know. They say, God forbid for us to go back to Egypt. God forbid.
God forbid. It is.
God forbid for our girls to be beaten again on the street and stripped naked by deputy minister. Nothing happened. And they'll see deputy minister today sitting on platform calling themselves moral czar. For us to see a rapist, an alleged rapist, Jefferson Chelsea, to sit and want to caution the sanity of our leaders. We tell you that you go back to do TikTok. Why you can't go do TikTok with web again? And he was a TikTok golden star.
Really?
They want to bring the reckless behavior where they were all over in all of the wings and corners of the country, misbehaving with our teenage girls and teenage. You think we don't know them? That is that kind of insatiable lifestyle they want to keep supporting. Oh, because the old man is now one of the people who be throwing party all over and calling the young girls to come and twerk at the party headquarters.
Yeah, right. Calling the young girl to twerk.
Yeah.
You said, put your clothes on and go there, mommy.
Yeah, this is the bitterness they have now. This is the bitterness they have. And they were thinking that they were going to have the second mandate so that they will come and cajole our people. But God is not sleeping.
Yeah.
God is not sleeping. And to tell you that Liberia was indeed a city of Christ, Liberia was indeed the city of Christ, the foundation of Liberia remains a holy foundation. So for you to think that after the 14 years of civil crisis that desecrated the sacredness of our country, and now we are beginning to purify it and sanctify it and return it back to God, so God can bring a leader that will lead us into that pathway that will bring us to the sunlit path of prosperity and progress. And you think we're coming to give it back to grown-up boys to take us back? No way. The country is moving forward, and President Boubacar will steer the affairs of the country. And when he's tired, he will find his Elisha. When Elijah was tired and he was ascending, he found his Elisha and turned the mantle over to Elisha.
Yeah.
So President Boubacar will find his Elisha and he will turn that mantle over to Elisha. He said, go and finish the work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. So something. Go ahead, Mr. Darius, you done, right?
No?
Okay, go ahead. You're closer.
Yeah, just to buttress what my brother just said, family just said, so that, you know, that today I look at the same guy on the show, or the Jefferson Chelsea. You were talking with this guy. He said that the reason they can always they whip you in my country. But I don't know whether he forgot about himself. Most of the things he thought, I know he can forget about himself. He himself run a representative, they whip him. Why would you say the way the someone I found myself when I represented, then I got on show, then I say, family, I see using the whip you.
He read behind the scene Unity Party so he can run a ticket.
So what about you the whip? I represented too.
Yeah, well, okay.
Then telling about your friend, they whip your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know that recently whipping in my country. What about you the whip?
The man is impulsive. He don't think before talking.
All the time, all the people can lie, the people can do, the people can do they want. You are probably where minister is talking about 500 kilometer of road. Where, and I always ask questions, where is the 500 kilometer of road they build?
Exactly.
The best road they ever built at our Doe community.
The famous Doe community.
The only thing they can tell me about our Doe community, where they go put job, we have picture there, I think they're not taking it down.
But you know, they had to extend that road too. They had to rehabilitate it. I know something was just recently, Doe community, all the other places then.
Yeah, water was all there. Even the park on the Oriole Johnson there, water always.
They didn't do the drainages and stuff like that.
They never elevated the place to get out of water. No, they didn't do it. They just built a park because they feel a building park. But look at that park Joseph Boubacar built in Bomi County. It's one of the biggest parks. But you now see Joseph Boubacar then talking about it too much. No. Most of the country then getting park. Most of the city mayors then building their own park.
I mean, the place is decentralized. And this government, I'm not cutting it out, but the government is doing things that, but anyway, finish up.
Then you look at the sport complex, the building. President who came as sport complex, you don't get time for sport, but you can't. Now, what you myself will argue, Army? You can't America, they can't watch his son play soccer, but he don't get time for sport. That's the wrong thing. That's the reason the Liberian people made you president.
Right.
Coming out, they can't support you. We'll go after your son. That's the reason we'll go after your son. That's why they will bench him throughout. What they call? Because you don't do things to people like that. On hatred. You hate the Liberian people, then you want more love your son. No, you don't do that, Amy. Liberian people will not like that. You don't go carry our country like that for sporting business. We make you president for our own nation. You go there, say, you don't get time for sport. That time not pass. People that come after you, some children that come after you in the same loan side, the building, they get spoke arena in Liberia. Some of them get hotel. What's the job we are getting in Liberia besides horses? You don't build one hotel. The other friend, most of them get hotel. Some of the youth that follow him, that play with him, they get hotel. They won't get nothing like that. Like when people say they get what they call the game that presidency. If you are given to
For some reason, I don't know why they think the oldest man something.
most of the people then that build things after Joya, that the thing that is so give to presidency, give to them, I will enjoy it. The last boy where they said the captain.
Thank you.
Captain where Bill, he gets sport area, where training people training them to play. He open area. Joya never open social area. But he can't.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
The money pay when he can't sit down in America to watch his son play. You will watch his son sitting on the bench. You will not play. So most of the thing we don't care for it. I don't care what you say, Amy. I don't care. I don't care for Timothy. If I know the coach, you will not play.
You will not play some. You ain't be on the bench. You'll warm that bench. You'll be bench warmer.
Yeah, you will be bench warmer because what his father did to our country.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. So what I'm saying is that crime is not transferable, right? You can't take, if you said ultimately we have that, if you say he committed a crime, you cannot ultimately we are in contempt for that crime. That's what I'm saying. And this guy, he's not somebody who grew up with his dad. He's somebody who his mom took care of him and to be who he is today, as we all know. So, and even if you grew up with his dad, you cannot be held in, to pay for your parents' crime.
I mean, they get something called generational or ancestral sin.
Yeah.
So if you not go discontinue yourself on that, you not go pray against it, it will follow behind you. He say it can pass on. So he said, "Gotta come and distance." He say, "Oh, my people, my Liberian people, sorry, I know that my parents do well in sport, but I will support sport." And then we know that he cooking with gas.
So that's not gonna happen. So, but to be excited that he's been benched and all of that,
but at least he's been benched not by Liberians.
I know that, but Liberians are some Liberians
we happy. I own people benching
something, and I don't think that's fair to him.
If I pay with that fee, with that bill.
Yeah, but but Amy, let me give you a quotation. He who do not wish happiness for other people do not deserve happiness too. The part do not wish happiness for the Liberian people for us to enjoy sport in this country. That today Cape Verde, small island country like Cape Verde qualify for quarterfinal.
What about Haiti?
Forget about Haiti. I'm not talking about Haiti. I talking about Cape Verde in the sea West Africa, right here on the island. Cape Verde.
Small. They play.
The island country get hanging over there. They qualify. Then Liberia, the oldest republic on the continent, the only country that have the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or. How do you call it? Ballon d'Or. How do you call it?
The Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or. The only Ballon d'Or on the continent.
Ballon d'Or. La French Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. The only president of the continent that has or ever had received the Ballon d'Or on the continent. That country had not even gone for World Cup. And shamefully, when he spoke out of ignorance, he said, even though I did not go for the World Cup and won the Ballon d'Or. You see that? He said it. And everybody was like, ooh.
But
in money time, you will never win Ballon d'Or when you not go to World Cup. You not go to World Cup, who will get you Ballon d'Or? So you won the Ballon d'Or. You won the Ballon d'Or. And what is the video? Amy, you not play that video. There was a video that was training. If I say the video they gave me, I don't know what you can do with it. But George Weah, when he was in opposition, but then he had not even tasted the presidency, he said on TV that when he come to the presidency, when he come to the presidency, he was.
They get called one of lies to come to power. That's why what's his name was.
Yes, he said you are coming to improve sport. You are going to invest in sport, and Liberia will be on a different path when it comes to sport. And that was exactly the reason why Liberians thought that, oh yeah, this is our favorite sport. This is one of us who have accumulated the highest accolade, and who gained a high accolade in the game. Then he come and be president for us, so that we can go back to the days of Samido when Lusa were playing. Everybody want to go on the ATS. Everybody want to go to the SKD to watch the national team playing because the president was a sport lover, and you will see him well dressed in a red, white, and blue strap, and you even open the gate free for people to go watch again. This is the kind of a president that people thought we were going to see. But what happened? To even qualify for group stage in African Cup of Nations, will not even qualify. But come and say we're going for the World Cup.
They're facing for a whole stage year.
George Weah wanted himself to be.
Yeah, the facing for 6 years.
Yeah. And then they go tell you now, say, why didn't you be an academy? You say you passed the level. Oh, you passed the level now, but you not passed the level to be president.
And I Johnson be academy. Where, and I the labor.
Yeah.
Right?
Same Johnson get an academy, whatever. But see the academy, the president, the building, President Bwaka now. Get away when they feel now. I don't know which one they will see.
Yeah, we are brain.
Yeah, we are. They say that we are laying the foundation again for that project. And we are laying the foundation for the project. Let the economy finish. Because you know that 2 years ago, economy they're going to build in this country. They build one in Montserrat already. One will go to Grand Kema County because they made an amendment. They're only going to build 2, but they build 3 now because Grand Kema County.
They're doing one in Grand Crew too.
That one I stayed on. They say they building over there. They building one in Bon County. So they building one in Bon County. They building one in Montserrat, and then they put in one in Kema. Then in the future, maybe they'll carry one to Nima. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you saw Nima. Anyway, Nima have one of the first FIFA approved tough. You saw the dedicated AE Nima. Mm-hmm. One of the minister on the build, the first minister on the build in Nima. So now they're going to build a minister now they're going to do that one in Montserrat, and then they'll do another one in Kema. Even though the academy will be there, but they'll be the same, Maro Ministerium over there. So I don't know what it is again. The opposition, they will go in circle, they will talk tired, but like they not even stupid. Thank God, said the people have open.
That's what I'm saying, you know. And then think about it, I got a whole thing so something to decentralize.
Okay, yeah, call me. If I can be the driver or the car, but they gotta stupid.
But yeah, I'm telling you, Amy say, did he really say that? The man say, you don't care whether you need to be the car ball or the driver. Car ball.
But you get everybody out.
Vice president?
Yeah. Amy, that video there. Play that video for me, please.
Now you want to become vice president?
Yeah.
Now I said that for you to want to be vice president, what to read?
If I'm elected as a president, all of the areas of sports, because these people are flag bearers, we're going to promote sports in our country. It's a good image. Sports brought about peace and stability into this country. And I hope if I'm elected as a president, all of the areas of sports, because these people are flag bearers, we're going to promote sports in our country. It's a good image. Sports brought about peace and stability into this country. And I hope.
See, so what happened?
So, Amy, looking at the physical morphology, they may know that somebody who learn a millionaire. They 89 million they're talking about.
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Look at him now, and look at him when he had 89 million.
Soccer player in the world. Look at that home they coming from. How a lot different. The people in that home love them. They get that picture everywhere. But Joria, he became the best football everything. What kind of thing you want all around the world? Look at him. Go see Grand Crew. They didn't even get light. Why you couldn't even build $1 million for Grand Crew? That will cost less than $5 million. Why you couldn't build an airstrip for Grand Crew? You say that Joria airstrip. Or why you couldn't build school? Say that Joria in your own country. You're a millionaire. You can't build something. They say, let me take over 10 million from my country.
The time they were playing, they were making all that money, you not pay nothing that when you pay.
Even if you were president and I say build Nigeria Grand Crew.
I'm telling you.
You were flying going through Africa to come to Grand Crew. And you come with helicopter. So
that Grand Crew has that river crossing with a low ride on there.
Developing that country.
While they're crossing, people falling and doing all kind of stuff. You know, that's horrible.
They're not built ground, they already building it.
Yeah.
I'm going from Fanchoma to Sierra Leone, they're building it already.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you, everyone, for coming, for watching us. Continue to share the show, please. Continue to share the show and Thank you for being here with us always, every night, to talk about our country, to hear our contribution to the discourse, to the discussion, to the, you know, tabata, whatever day. And we will try to make it our duty every time that we have the time to come on here to try to, and the real thing has not been possible yet because of the timing. We come in off and on, but I think formula we need to, because the people we trying to bring, not brainwash, but to educate on these things about not falling for greedy politician rhetoric. There are the people who have the voter cards in Liberia, right? And not, like you said, on Facebook, on social media, and it's just minute portion of those people. So we have to, it's the timing, and we are praying that the time everything will be settled, that we can do that, to also have a voice and, in educating our people in Liberia. Thank you so much, and let us continue to keep our eyes on the price ahead. We are going somewhere in our country under this government. Whatever they feel, we should say it. We should come out and say, at least the good is greater than the bad that we've seen so far. So for people to be dishonest and say there's nothing and they're doing the same thing, and we all know that's not true. And we always talk about they came to make the whole drugs 100 million drugs, but no problem, but a 19 million, which is 5.5 times of that 100 million drugs, has begun their don't get me wrong. Even $100,000 drugs is a lot of drugs, right? It shouldn't be in our country, granted. But people who allow $100 million drugs to go by because it took people 250,000 because they wanted to let those people go, and then coming out today to behave like they are the drug fighters or people who are against drugs, when you had the DEA from Mr. Davis on record, on tip, calling for that scene Zulu Whiskey, telling the people, hey, boys, they're bringing strong substance in town. This is the DEO. President, pretending to bring it strong substance. They say, who they don't touch? I think that my insurance, that kind of disturbing audio you listen to an LDEA boss. You see people freezing all in the street.
But you saw LDEA boss going to the ghetto. He sat down with the drugs guys and tell them, say, you're going to vote for the president and we'll let you be. You can do what you want to do. I want to pretend. And in fact, somebody among you can always say my hunger out every time. You saw that.
All of that were on tip. And then they come here, they want to tell you that somebody lied to come to power. You think that group was stupid? You've seen all of those ghettos everywhere. You see even the so-called protests that they had from there. They got coming out saying that he protested because they had the time to sell our drugs and to do that thing. They're going to make him and taking money from their businesses from there and all of that. Man. And then those people are the ones. People in the street protesting. I mean, not protesting, but campaigning. We want kush. We want kush.
You not even believe it, man. When we used to toll at night, man, we used to go out sometime in the night when I'm in Liberia. But man, when you go to some of the entertainment area, all the young boys are in. When I was New Town Park, creation and area, we used to go to nation. The boys be coming, they selling market. So you get nothing else to do in your left. But these they can't even find them because what the DA men all over.
Yeah.
They tell you.
So they joined the protest that because that was happening. That they didn't have time anymore. They're coming giving them no time to sell a market, and so they were free. They had jobs doing under the we are something, and you have people, children freezing the street, banging their head against poles and doing all that. You don't see any of that anymore. Okay. Then 19 million just that was caught, not to say let go. An investigation are going on where international security apparatus also attached to that investigation. And you want to sit on the social media and make it seem like Nothing. Oh, our country has sent to drug something, and this one not happening, and that's not happening, and something. Oh, you're not ashamed of yourself.
And he should be ashamed of himself. So, he called Liberia a narco state.
Be a hypocrite.
When the U.S. government sanction people close to you and tell people that your passport was in the hands of terrorists and drug cartel men.
Diplomatic passports.
Giving our diplomatic passport out, you sold them. You know why they call Bezon Gafine the passport guy? Bezon Gafine, they were there selling passport. And you come here to lecture us about narco state.
About drugs. Why the investigation has not concluded yet? They didn't tell you said nobody do it, like the way $100 million drugs came in the country by itself, walk and came in the country with nobody being held accountable. And you're sitting here want to act like 19 million drugs are caught, and the president made it clear, and people's names that are being called that were places or facilities that were connected to that drug, they are now suspended.
Absolutely.
For investigation. When in the Weah administration did you see any of that happening? Even though audios were flying all around, these guys were doing it. Where did you see any of that happening? And where did any of you ever
fought over
to speak about it?
They fought over the 250,000 that they caught on the George minute.
Only that 250,000 business. You left $100 million drug trafficker walk free. And you want to have the I don't want to use words.
The audacity and the temerity.
Yeah. So come here and lecture us about this government not doing this. This government has done more about drugs than the past 6 years. And they're still doing it.
Not many kilograms of drugs to burn their gun time.
Yeah. So, like, people don't get carried away. So, this is why we somehow need to be on radio too, to be our voices, the little people that I will get to, so they can make some sense out of it too. To know, because our country cannot go back. That mistake it's not going to happen. And you'll see how we'll come back. In America, you'll see how we'll come back. We want people in this. And we see how we'll come back. We feeling it. And we don't want that for Liberia. Hell no. It's not happening. Okay? So, like the president said, keep your eye on the ball. Don't let anybody brainwash. They're not doing it for you. If they're for you 6 years ago, you would have felt it. They are not for you. They are for themselves. And they are mad because some of their projects and some of these people in the corridor, they were getting their free money and it's no longer happening. So they're coming out to act like you don't live in the country to see what is going on, to tell you nothing has changed, nothing happening, the people dying, the people suffering. People are suffering everywhere. Even in the United States, we are suffering everywhere. Okay? But the thing that we're seeing going on in Liberia right now is going on to, you will be proud of your country at the end of the day. After the 6 years, you will start to see change. Liberia start taking place. All of those things will start taking place, and then you'll see all the Ghana you connecting. It may not be as Ghana, but at least it's on the way there, and you will see it. Okay? So yeah, thank you so much. Continue to share the show. Continue to share it so other people will watch it later. And we will see you here, guys willing, when Mr. Derek Monday. Thank you so much. What happened?
Don't be sick.
Enjoy your day. I gotta go get ready for church tomorrow. Enjoy your day, enjoy your Sunday, and have a great day, y'all.